Sweet, nice, awesome. Hey,
And you got the camera backwards.
huh?
Okay.
Hey,
I had the camera backwards.
of course,
So,
you not much. Just waiting for people to join in. Whatever the
uh,
case, this I'm just getting some final stuff going on, and
okay.
one sec.
I'm
Hey,
just trying to clear this content before the time runs out. Not gonna bother with that part. I'm just gonna do everything else.
wait,
Oh boy, no sleep. Can I clear this in time? Yeah, I'll
sound
just do
like
that instead.
sound like you've been tired, bro. Hey,
I work
Lopez.
5 days a week. I work 5 days a week, and I'm doing school Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, I'm tired. I have
Oh
no day
no,
off.
I give you credit on that, man. So yeah, yeah. So so let me just get started. Hey,
Okay.
guys, just fix this a little bit because hey guys, it's me, John Anthony, that guy, and welcome to another live. As you see here, I got my best friend Jacob. I knew him for like God,
Also known as
almost,
Fly Rocket JJC.
of
Oh, I
course.
posted on my video.
Oh, you did? All right,
Yep.
all right, all right, check him out whenever you get the time. I'll provide the information. So, yeah, Faraga, how you doing, man?
Besides tired and other things that private
I,
me talked about before I got home.
I don't,
Private.
I,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I get it.
Other than that, I'm doing all right. I'm just doing the case of irony. I'm going to school for massage therapy, but I'm barely need of one.
That's, yeah, that is kind of the ironic thing about it.
But
So,
actually, even professional chiropractors have to get theirs, and professional massage therapists they have to get theirs. Part of your
that,
it's it's actually when I was in school they tell you that like even as an MT
mhm.
you need to get massage yourself. So you need to go to another MT to get your massage because who else can massage you but another MT?
Yeah, that's, yeah, that's usually how it works, right?
Yep.
That's like with any job, especially for like a lawyer. Like you can't be a lawyer yourself. You got to get somebody else to represent you.
I mean you can try, but it's just that you can't repeal because if you like hey you don't have to be a lawyer, but let's say that you go on trial and you choose to represent yourself. You can do that, but you can't be killed once the verdict is real. So if you've been found guilty, you cannot appeal that at all.
Yeah,
Compared to if you have a lawyer representing you and you get found not guilty, you could fight for an appeal. Just in case like either the lawyer got something wrong or the prosecutor said something wrong. You lose
yeah.
that.
So that means you can't file for mistrial or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of
if you
figured.
representing yourself.
Yeah. All right. So, geez. So
Oh, it is.
nice. So yeah, let's just get to it. Like first things first. It is
Mm-hmm.
damn cold. Winter.
Yes.
Like winter is basically here. I am basically freezing in this place, and I don't know how to deal with this.
I can't I can't take the cold because it makes my muscles stiff up, so I can barely move, and then it also makes me sick.
Mm.
I get head cold, and my allergy starts up too. And
Oof. Yeah.
heat doesn't
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I know that feeling. I really cannot take the cold because I don't know what it is. my body is like a reptile. It starts to slowly shut down, and I
Mm,
slowly get sleepy, and I start to like go into some kind of hibernation.
mm.
So
That's
that is
not good.
something. Oh, I know that's not good. That's something that I got to deal with. Something I got to get checked out. But other than that,
Yeah.
that is something. But so far we had like flurries of snow. Just thank
Yeah,
goodness that.
it didn't stick though.
Oh, that's one thing
We
I'm.
might have, we might have what we had last year because last year none of the snow stick. None of the
That is
flurry stick last year.
that is true. Nothing really. I think yeah, you're really right
Might have
about
to
that.
go.
Nothing.
Yeah, maybe the second winter in a row that we may have no snow that stick. That's concerning in a way.
Yeah, yeah,
Climate.
real.
That's climate.
Yeah, yeah. That's something I hope would happen. I'm not jinxing it. Like I don't want another snowstorm. I've
Yeah.
dealt I've dealt with enough snowstorms for a good while. That
Make it, but I don't have to upgrade it fully. I'll make it. I'm sorry. I'm using a sister account on Honkai. So if you see me
okay.
looking at it this way, because there's a computer. Yeah, there's a computer here. Using.
Yeah, see. So
I didn't get to do it this morning, so I'm trying to rush everything now. There's one thing I haven't done for both me and her, and I'm like, fuck
hey,
it.
hey
I was
Mario,
gonna.
welcome to the live. How you doing? But yeah.
Hey, Josh.
Oh shoot.
He's my coworker. Yeah.
Oh
Well, my
nice.
old coworker.
Oh nice. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey Angel, how you doing? Welcome to the live. But yeah, so
Yeah.
back to winter. Like I just went out to the store and
Hmm.
it is brick cold. And I mean
Yes.
brick cold. Like I, I'm just hoping that I don't have to deal with any type of snow or sticking snow because I know it's still early in the year, but I'm still not ready for that.
Me, I was working till 7 o'clock. I was at the Blick and Canal near Broadway, the
Oh,
Blick store.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
stationed at the Blick near Broadway, and when I went outside, it was not pretty.
oh yeah. Well, I I know I know a couple upstate has been getting heavy snow, and there are rumors and saying that poss possibly that tomorrow is going to be that we're going to have inches of snow.
It's gonna be freezing all week.
Oh boy.
Freezing all week. I saw the weather. It's gonna be freezing all week. Hey, I'm doing all right, Josh. Stay warm out there. I hope it wasn't too cold out there for you. I know you and your father, and everybody else over there.
Yeah, yeah, life is peachy. I'm trying to stay
Hmm.
warm. This is where hot cocoa should be like a norm or something like that, you know? Oh shoot, Infinite is here. How you doing, Joga? What's going on? But
So,
but yeah, it is like but I'm just hoping that it's just a passing winter. Yeah, we'll get the cold weather, but it's not gonna be like freezing.
one can hope.
Okay. So
I'm missing something.
yeah, one can hope. That's another thing that because I know I got the heavy coat and I got the boots ready and everything. I got like the Under Armour and stuff ready, but and the hat and the winter hats and stuff. But I there's a lot of despite the fact that January for me is supposed to be like, I would say, a rest month for me, I don't want to go outside as much.
Ignore me.
Nice. You got the hot cocoa ready. That is so nice.
Yes. And my
Oh,
cat is. I may have to dip out depending on what my cat does.
why? What does your cat have to do? Hey, hey, Amy Storm, how you doing? Welcome to live. Alice, how
Hello.
you doing? Alice, how you doing? Like, what
My
what is your
cat
cat doing?
is well, he's on the counter, but I'm trying to make sure he don't jump on top of the fridge.
Please don't let him jump on top of the fridge. The
Yeah,
last time,
yeah.
the last thing we need is another par parkour cat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, back to winter. But back to winter, that's something that we got to deal with.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that because I don't like the summer because it's too hot, and I don't like the winter because it's too cold.
so
Spring or fall is right in
so
my alley.
you're like me. You don't like the extremes of the weather.
No, I don't like that spring. Nope.
No, I agree because the last thing I need is something to freeze my ass off and something that almost makes me smell like a dirty trucker.
Oh wow.
But am
Yeah,
I wrong? Am I wrong though?
I will say this: at least in the wintertime, I can put on clothes, stay warm, because it hasn't reached those temperature where age that where that won't work. Because there is a temperature like that, especially when you go up further north, where
Hmm.
no matter how much clothes either you put on, you still be cold. So,
Well, oh,
but I
well,
could
of
put on enough
course.
clothing to stay warm, then take it off clothes and try to get cool. Because you could be butt naked and still be hot as fuck.
Yeah, that has happened. Like there's times that I just was feeling hot, but then again, I'm the same mofo that actually wears a hoodie like almost every season.
I've been good. I'm just tackling both work and school. I am tired. I am extremely tired,
Same old tired.
and I'm dealing with like, and I like right now I have to work 5 days a week. Paycheck shit. If I don't do 5 days a week, especially if I don't do the long hours, then I got school on top of that, and try to do homework. Oh no. Here's the
Thank
thing.
you,
One of my
Storm.
homework I actually need.
Thank you, Storm.
No,
Hoodies
one of
have
my
no
homework.
season.
Yes. Um. One of my homeworks I actually need somebody because I have to palpate their neck and their back to feel the muscles.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my homework. And then describe what I feel. Luckily, I already know how to do. I already did it because my last semester they teach us how to dig into people's skin. So now I have to keep my nails short.
Well, I'll ca- I'll call you whenever I need the Vulcan neck pinch. Right? I'm not
I
lying. It's just
do plan on when I do get my license because I have to graduate and then go take the board exam. I take the board exam, which is only twice a year.
hmm,
When I do get my license, and first I'm gonna work in the clinic for them. I'm trying to save up money to open my own clinic, but I'm gonna do one for like sports clinic. So people who do sports or workout, even things you do, doing gladiator, come by.
yeah. Well, I'm actually recommend you to the gladiators. See what's going on. I'm gonna recommend you
Yeah.
to like most people. Like we do a lot of sports stuff, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. Because
like
what I learned is because one of my professors said this, but they used to run track. She said that before she get a massage and they do track, so she ended up having less injuries. Give me one
Oh,
moment, because now we got two. Oh, here we go. Got one of them. Oh, here you going. Uh, got cat number one.
hey, say
This is
hello to
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah, this is Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, you are on live.
All right, now the other one,
Yeah,
yes. He
yeah. The
is,
other.
he will be one on the
Hey,
17th.
Delph, how you
Okay,
doing?
he'll be one on the 17th.
Welcome
Okay,
to
I
live.
thought, wait, he's with me right now. Oh, so you like a couple of days from being 1 year old, officially.
Huh, nice. I know, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cutest cat.
Yeah, he's big too.
Oh, I know.
Really
That's a
big.
big. That's a.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to go PG. The one time that I need to go PG of what I want to say. But
He don't mind me holding him, but when he want to leave, he'll let me know.
oh yeah, he's just like it's like yeah, I'm
It's
just
the other
here.
one. If I hold like this, she'll kick you off.
It's like yeah, I'm just gonna chill here
Mm-hmm.
and just look at the screen and everything. Like you know what? I'll let you know when I'm gonna bounce and such. Other than that,
You
yeah,
can
you
like
do your
like
thing.
about to get off.
Oh yep,
Mm-hmm.
told you.
No, yeah, he can get off yet. He's still
Oh,
here.
he's still there? Like yeah,
Yeah, he's still here.
he's still there. Yeah, I like that.
And one thing I could do, I could rub his belly. You know, cats don't like their belly touch.
Well, that's the thing with my
Let
cat.
me
Like
get off now.
my cat, she just doesn't care. Like just
Yeah.
just give her treats and food, and like you know what, whatever. As long as you're feeding me, I don't give a I don't give a shit. All that. Like like I don't give a shit. So
Once the
so
other one finishes what she's doing, I'll show the other one.
yeah.
Yeah, put it back where she belongs.
So yeah, there.
She,
So yeah, another thing. So another thing that I want to get on. It's
yeah.
like we got some Disney, we got some new Disney Plus shows coming on, man, that I really want to get on. Um,
I
from the Marvel
haven't watched Disney
universe.
Plus at all.
I know, but that's just something that you gotta get on that. I I know
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
get.
the other one.
Hey, that is
It's just
Ruby.
Ruby.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And damn. No. Oh, I'll be right back.
Nice. Because Kitty gotta go. Kitty gotta go away. But but yeah, speaking of that, as I was saying, Disney Plus is just having some new shows. Marvel Universe Echo is streaming. That's one thing that I really got to be on. Um, and I love the character Echo when she debuted in Hawkeye. That was just pure awesomeness. I love the intro. I love the intro how they introduced her there. So it was good. So yeah, welcome back.
Hey, I had to
Uh,
clean the cat.
oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm
Oh, the
like, still,
cat
I'm
did.
like, hey, this is Ruby. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I have, okay, so I have 5 kitties at the moment.
Hmm.
Two of them are on reserve. I have
Okay.
3 left. I'm looking for anybody who wants 3.
All right.
You can just DM me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So another show. So as I was saying, Echo is on Disney Plus, and I really want to get on that because oh man, a, a deaf superhero. I would love to see that. And
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 1 and 2. So forget it. Another one that I actually want to check out is Star Wars Acolyte, and that is something that I do want to get into. That I do want to actually get into,
Mm-hmm.
and once I learn more about it, I I hope it's basically I be- I believe that it was out. I'm not. They said it was supposed to be out this year, but that is to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
So what? So I um once I get like the the update, I sh I should be it, I should be I should let you know.
Okay.
I know Percy Jackson is supposed to be is already out, so that's another one that I gotta check out. And there, so basically, oh, I'm not. Oh, now, this one I really gotta. This one I really gotta see. Um, season 2 of What If that from Marvel Studios. That one, that one, I am definitely going to check that out because I already seen season 1 of it, and it
Mm-hmm.
is awesome. If you haven't seen, I know if you're a little bit late, if you haven't seen season 1 of What If, do so. It is great. I know there are others that I have to update and stuff. um, so is there any new anime that's coming out that I gotta check out?
All right.
Oh,
So I was good. I was waiting for that. So for your rom coms, check out a Sound of Affection. You'll love that. I've been reading it, so I'm actually glad it came out. So I'm excited for it. And the first episode, the male MC Giga Chad, male MC. Well, no, he was Giga Chad from the entire thing. So you'll check out A Sign of Affection. Is a love story with a they're telling in the gun a
all
deaf
right,
girl and a guy. All
all
right.
right.
Another one,
Hold on.
another one
I'm
that I'm trying
I'm
to.
gonna add in somebody else with this.
Okay.
Hold up. Let's see if he joins in. Is
As I
oh
look at the.
hey
Hello. Yep.
hey hey Joga, how you doing, bro?
What's up?
Late, hey, not much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Infinite Fantasy IF. Great. He is an artist, illustrator, and a
Oh, nice.
great lightsaberist.
So we just kind of to the topic of anime.
Yeah.
Of course,
What?
yes, of course.
And I was about to list some of the ones I'm trying to watch and or going to watch. So saying Son of Affection is one of them. Um, well, I'm people need to catch if people haven't caught up now because it came out last season, but it's still going now. Frieren, The Beyond Journey End.
Hmm.
That is really good. That's really good. It takes it now. I'm gonna say this. It is a fantasy genre anime. It's not an isekai. People,
Okay.
I see a lot of people mistaking fantasy genre with isekai. Isekai just means another world. It is not a fantasy. Not all isekais are fantasy. Hell, the Wizard of Oz is an isekai.
You're right.
And then
No,
and
when you
someone also
actually,
made another bold claim. And someone also made another claim which I had somebody elaborate. Dragon
wait,
Ball Z is technically isekai.
Time out. Do tell.
Okay. So the guy said Goku is originally from planet Vegeta. He's been sent from
Yeah.
planet Vegeta to planet Earth.
Yeah.
Isekai means another world.
But
His original world is planet Vegeta. He's been sent to Earth, a different world.
mhm.
So technically, Dragon Ball Z is Isekai. That would also include Superman, who's from planet Krypton originally and was sent to Earth. That is Isekai. Because the same world means Sekai. Sekai means same world. Isekai means different world.
Yo,
And even though
Jovi,
most Isekai genre, yeah, and even though most Isekai genres have them die and sent to another world, not all of them die go to another world. Hell, even Slime tackled both models. There's got one who got summoned to another world, and then you got Slime himself who got stabbed by a knife, told his best friend to delete his entire history, which was funny, and get sent to another world as a slime.
so wait, Jovi, you on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. So in retrospect, all those Skyrim memes were isekai.
Yeah, 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 yeah. If you think about it, yeah. If you really think about it. But go back on topic, yeah, Freeman, The Beyond Journey End is a really good fantasy genre story. It takes place after the defeat of the Demon Lord. So you don't get the whole story of how the heroes meet and they defeat the Demon Lord. The story takes place after the Demon Lord got defeated.
Okay.
And it's about the elf. And it's about the elf. And she's trying to understand humans. That's really good. I'm waiting for Oshinoko season 2 because I've been reading it also because the season 1 first episode almost had me in tears.
Mhm.
And I mean legit, it had me teary eyed because that ending, that first episode ending. They should have had a category the best for best opening season because that first episode,
Yeah.
was really good. But anyway, back on topic.
But yeah,
Oshinoko season 2. What else am I watching?
okay. One thing.
I'm watching Ragnarok. Oh, I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to start. I forgot the name of it, but basically, the guy he got killed and became a skeleton, and now he's killing other things to get his body back.
I think I heard about that. I gotta check that out. But one thing I want to point out, like one of the animes that I actually finished the whole series is what you recommended, Kagura-sama Love is War.
Oh, see, I never watched Kaguya-sama. Well, no, I did, but I stopped watching it for one reason.
What?
It is because my absolute hate for that type of genre, the trope, the will they, won't they. Not saying that Kaguya-sama's Love is War is bad, but because of my other experience with rom-coms that did that prior, I just can't sit through Kaguya-sama, despite it's mostly comedy.
No.
The fact
Well,
that I know
I would agree with you, but there was just one element that actually made me interested. Like one element of the whole thing. And I've never seen, well, I may see like one or two animes that does this, but it's the narrator that keeps breaking the fourth wall.
Oh yeah. The thing is, I want to watch it because of Chica.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do like the clips I've seen of Chica. I do like her character. She is funny. And another reason why I want to watch it because of Oshinoko.
Oh, you mean Fujiwara?
Yeah. Chica Fujiwara. Yeah. Another reason why I do want to watch it is because of Oshinoko. Because Oshinoko and Kaguya-sama Love War take place in the same universe.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. So, Oshinoko take place during and after, because the first episode, during and after the events of Kaguya-sama.
Okay.
So there are a couple of characters. Yeah, there are a couple of characters in Oshinoko that is like one one character I know that's from Kaguya-sama make an appearance in Oshinoko. She make an
Okay.
appearance. Yes.
All right. Well, as I said, like what got me interested was basically the dubbed version of the um of that. Like you never when you think of the narrator, you would think they'll just narrate the story. This one actually breaks fourth wall tendencies. Like they would actually shit on the characters. I was like, yes. What other anime have you ever seen them do that?
There was one
Fully
I
Cooley.
can't remember right now. That's dead.
Fully Cooley.
I can't remember. Huh?
I
Fully
don't, I
Fully
don't
Cooley,
know.
yeah.
Fully
That's one.
Cooley is like the #1 fourth wall breaker in anime.
Mhm.
Well, of course I'm talking about. Well, of course I'm talking about like the fourth wall, and like there are many animes that have broken the fourth wall, and I am aware of that. But um, I'm talking about the actual narrator. Like,
Oh, when the
im-
narrator does it?
yeah, like imagine if you will, if the narrator for Dragon Ball Z actually complained about
Will Goku
about
ever get his head out of his ass? Will
exactly.
Piccolo ever admit to Gohan that he's the real father?
Yeah. Hey, Guy Redstone, how you
I
doing?
get guys.
Welcome to the live.
I'm
Yeah, like
sorry, I've been cheating on you guys. I'm streaming with someone else.
no, it's all right. No, it's all right. I'm glad that you're
No,
on,
it's a
but
apologize in the guy Redstone.
but yeah, but it's one of those things of I've seen. Hell, I even seen the one that you mentioned otherwise. What was it?
Fully
Love after no, not fully cool. Love after world domination.
Oh, I love that. That is a parody of. That is a parody of what is that genre?
What, a
It's
Super
in my
Sentai?
head. And I can't. Super Sentai. It's a Super Sentai parody series, but
So
I
basically,
love it.
it's tokusatsu.
Wait, are you talking
Basically,
about the
tokusatsu
one
pair.
with cars that Power Ranger Turbo got their stock footage from?
Yes, yes,
What do you call it?
Now
Car Ranger.
because
Car Ranger, that's it. Super
yes.
Sentai Car
because
Ranger.
I fit because I yeah. Now because I finished it because I read the manga. That's all I know about the show. I read the manga in its entirety, so I can't really speak too much about it because I know too much about the show to speak on it. So I really can't say
Yeah,
much.
true.
But I love the series from beginning to end. It did not disappoint. Unlike the
Yeah, I,
Wallflower.
what? Oh God.
I did not
Oh
see
my no. Okay,
Wallflower.
so no. I started reading Wallflower years ago, right? And I was reading it, and I didn't know. I actually didn't know I was one volume behind, but I couldn't find any more. I couldn't find the last volume, right? I didn't at the time. I didn't know the last volume. I was looking for waiting for the next chapter. Then life happened, but BS happened, and for a while. So last year, legitimately last year, I downloaded
Hmm.
the Viz app, and I'm like, let me try to find the Wallflower. Found the Wallflower on the Viz app, and I was trying to find out where I left off. Not find out where I left off. When I got to the ending, I was pissed off with life because because I felt like I wasted my time on that series. The ending was so fucking terrible.
That's
I,
how I felt when I
I'm
watched
like, no,
Yo, that's exactly how I felt when I watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm like, what the hell, movie?
When I saw
You had such setup.
no, that's how I felt when I
it
saw the
was
series
it was a good premise.
finale. No, that's how I felt when I saw the series finale of Game of Thrones.
I like the series
You know,
finale. I
I'm
know
like,
I'm in the minority.
it started a good series, and the one thing that got on my nerve. Okay, so you got the main male character with the female male character obviously like each other. And how do it end? They denied it, even at the final chapter. And I'm like, this
Wow.
is the worst way to end the will they, won't they thing. To basically, they deny their feelings to each other, even at the end. And I'm like,
I think that was
that
a
was a waste
curveball.
of my time.
I wouldn't say it was a waste. I think that was a legitimate curveball.
No, I feel like a waste. If I knew that was, if I had any inkling that was in, I would never read the Wallflowers to begin with.
Yeah, but that was
I
one
would
of
never
those
read it to
things
begin with.
of that's one of those things of you expect both of them to be together, but at the end they're like, wait, what? No,
It's
no.
No, it was no.
subverting
They did
expectations.
not. I rather them. I rather either one die, or but it was like you're both obviously have feelings for each other, and you're both would deny that feelings for each other. And I'm like,
Okay, so
but nothing got on my nerve. But nothing, huh?
um uh hold on. Guy Redstone, I'm drawing the nurse. She's
Oh
one of the
yeah.
villains in the Galactic Guardian Force Go comic.
Oh yeah.
So what you're describing, Jake, is they subverted expectations, and that's something I really don't recommend writers do. You're taking something that the audience expects that you build up, and then you say, nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a whole series. Like you're gonna push these two together. 'Cause, like, and I know some people don't like forced relationship, and I just, if you try to force, if you force it, yeah, it's bland. But if you have them two characters develop, and they obviously have feelings for each other, and you end it like that, it was like, why even bother?
Well,
But that wasn't the worst. That wasn't the worst.
as I said, I have a feeling that it was deliberate.
It was deliberate. It is deliberate, but
It
sometimes
was deliberate.
just because it's deliberate doesn't mean it's the smart thing to do.
Well, that is true.
Yeah,
That is
but no.
true.
Here's what. So John, remember we were talking about Kage Sama Lover's War, right?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I hate the will they, won't they trope is actually because of Nisekoi. I read 360 something chapters that start off with a good premise, drag on, unbelievably drag on for the ending. The ending they ended it with love. But my problem was, do you need to drag it out for 365 chapters? I was annoyed by that.
I think my my electric pen is running low on battery.
Yeah, I'm actually noticing that.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of funny with noticing. So here was the premise of Nisekoi. Right, here's the premise of Nisekoi. So it started out with the male MC going to school, and he see this blonde-haired girl who is the female MC jump through because like and land on him. They get into an argument, right?
Yeah.
He goes home to his father. His father like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to act like you're in a relationship with this girl so that my faction and this girl faction don't kill each other and destroy all of Japan. Because he is the because he is the son of the Yakuza boss, and the girl that he's supposed to date is the daughter of the mafia's boss.
So it's basically like a reverse Romeo. So it's like a reverse Romeo and Juliet.
The two bosses are best friends, but they fraction the people who serve them don't like each other. They always try to kill each other. So the way to subvert that is have him be a pretend date with the daughter. When he met the daughter was the same one he got an argument with. Yeah. I was like, okay, this is actually a good premise. My annoyance was going back. My annoyance started first with the childhood friend. So he had a childhood. Yeah, he had a childhood friend that he liked it. Wouldn't confess, the whole will they won't they, right? So like, okay, that childhood friend. Let's leave it at that. No, they brought another girl and another girl and a girl who looked like a dude, but because she's covering herself and supposed to be the bodyguard of the blonde hair girl, and then they brought in another girl and they brought in another girl, and I'm like, back to the original preference, and then they added with this lock. So basically, there was a promised girl, and he had a key. He had a key. He had a lock. He had a locket, and the promised girl must have the key to open the locket, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they went through this whole transition on who was supposed to be the promised girl, and every single girl that entered the picture all had a key to the lock. And I'm still like, why don't one of y'all just open the locket? They dragged that on for chapters after chapters, and I think somewhere around 200 to 200 chapters, one of them tried to open a locket with the key and it broke. So we got through another annoyances of them dragging this on, and how it ended. We find out who the promised girl is. It was the childhood best friend he was crushed to in the beginning. But he ended up with a blonde hair girl who is the daughter of the mafia boss. Anyway. And I'm like,
So, let me get.
chapters.
So they just did a whole bootstrap paradox of the original.
And
Oh
I'm
my god.
like, you did not need to drag this on for 360 plus chapters. There was no reason to drag that on. It was so I get annoyed. That is why I can't read. That's why I can't read or watch Kaguya. Because when I was watching it, right, this was after Nisekoi, mind you. This was after Nisekoi. Soon I saw the premise, and I'm like, nope, not doing that to myself.
No. But let me shed some light on that. That I can agree that they were dragging it on, but there was many elements that actually helped it. One, and mind you, it was mentioned. One, you had the chaos theory,
All right, Josh.
which was based.
See you later.
All right. So you had the chaos theory, which was Kaguya, which was Fujiwara,
Mm-hmm.
because when they're coming close to something being resolved, boom, she comes out of nowhere. She's basically the wild card. And then within the chaos, you have one that tries to establish order, which is my boy Ishigami. like of all the characters, I love Ishigami. Because one, he's straightforward and just yo. And the depressive state that he goes in, it's like I'm just gonna go home. The line that he always says, I'm just gonna go home and die. Like, oh, okay, I'll see you later. Just don't die. That's why I have nothing against the sub. The sub is awesome, but this actually goes well in the line of Konosuba when it comes to dub acting. It fits well.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels
1 second,
so
checking my phone charge.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, when it comes to moving the story along, they really hit it on the nail. They really did. They're not going to drag on. They're not going to drag on the whole. Do they really like each other?
From what I see, they don't drag it on that much, but still, there's the whole will they won't they aspect. It's something that became a turn off for me now. I'm not, like I said, it's not shade thrown at that. It just that is my experience with Nisekoi. All rom-coms that drag that on for more than either a couple episodes or more than I'm going to drop it because I can't deal with it no more. Because like I said,
but that's when you
and a lot of older rom-coms have been doing that for years. Because the newer rom-coms are coming up now that came up nowadays. They realize people are getting annoyed with that, so they try to not drag that on for so long. One that was understandable, it's not dragging, but one was understandable was Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. The reason why it was understandable part because Uzaki genuinely genuinely wants her the male MC, I forgot his name right now, wants to have him go out more because he was just such a shut-in. He wanted to come out more, and the male MC he was just genuinely annoyed with her, but enjoy her company. So it's like okay, they're not accepting or denying each other feelings. They just genuinely like okay, yeah, they just genuinely want to know. It's a genuine friend connection, and it builds up. Do they go out? Yes, they do. Originally, sorry for spoiling that for people who watch Uzaki-chan. Yes, they go out originally, but it was like it wasn't a drag. It didn't feel like it wasn't, and it wasn't okay. Because here's things that annoyed me with rom-coms. You got the dense MC, the MC that is oblivious to the fact that the person likes him. And you're like, you can't be that oblivious. I can understand a little bit of, you can't be that oblivious.
Have you not remember my high school years?
Boy, you was not that oblivious. Stop playing around. I'm trying to say your high school years. Like, if I wasn't oblivious.
Jacob, I gotta say, I grew up pretty oblivious. John, you remember when Jackie trying to throw passes at me like 12 minutes?
Yeah, I remember that.
And I wasn't catching on. He goes, Jesus Christ, Joey, you are so dense.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a level of obliviousness of
a level, but the one they be showing is way beyond that level. And that was getting on my nerve. Then you got the accidental perversion punishment. Like the LMC do something accidental, unintentional, and he gets punished for it. And I'm like, there was no reason to punish him for something accidental, especially the most stupidest one, where the girl has the door room wide open, knowing there's Mel in the house, and gets upset because a Mel walked by her room.
Yeah, but that's any kind of. Well, that's any kind of rom-com kind of comedy.
That's
type
annoying.
Thing.
That's annoying. That trope has gotten annoying because damn near every rom-com has done it now. Now, here's another example because it was Uzaki-chan. The accidental perversion that happened in Uzaki-chan's, the reason why Uzaki didn't punish, I forgot his name, Sakurai. Sakurai. The reason why she did not punish Sakurai for it, because she knew she put herself in that position. Because she did herself. First time when she was warned too, not to go in front of him. He was wearing a headset, a VR headset, and he was outreaching to fill a jellyfish and grab a boob. He didn't know he was grabbing boobs. He's like, oh, this feels realistic. She didn't punish him because she was warned not to play around while he's on the headset, and two, she knew that she put herself in that position. Okay, that's okay. Honest, okay, I'll leave that alone. I'm like, oh, you pervert slap! What the fuck did I do? Not knowing.
Well, yeah, but that's any. But as I said, I know that's any kind of rom-com trope.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like when you, and this with any trope, because there's a lot of trope that have a trope. When so many people do the same trope, it gets stale. Like I read a lot of different genres, and this is the reason why I start like I have problems with harems. A lot of harems, because a lot of harems have the same format that start from start to finish, the same format. And I can list 3 formats off the top of my head. You have the first busted girl, the second one is an overly busted girl, the third one is a lolly. And almost all harem follow that same order. Yes, think about it. You got the busty girl, overly busty girl, who's the second one, and then the lolly. Everything else after the lolly, it could be random. Oh, they might throw in a male-looking female. Because that also happened in Isekoi. You got the first girl. As you know, they kind of subvert that because both of the girls wasn't really that busty. The busty girl was the one who looked like a guy.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop. no, you are right because there's one anime that I could think of that follows that trope.
When there's one male that looks like a busty.
No, you heard of this anime called Love Flops?
No, I
Yep.
actually don't think I heard that one.
Yeah, that one actually does follow that trope. He is right.
Yeah, the trope is so the trope is you got the first girl, and she could be busty, followed by the overly busty girl, and then the lolly. That's the three. Because Monster Musume does that.
We're still
Yes.
we're still waiting. No, we're still waiting for a season 2 for that, right?
That's ridiculous. Still?
Like we're still waiting for a season 2 for that. Like rumors said that we were supposed to have it last year or this year coming, but we don't know.
Oh wow.
Like I know that I know we're never getting another Shimonetta, or I don't think we are.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So unfortunately we're not getting that one, but
oh, here's something you should read. But after chapter 176, I think it's 175. After chapter 175, you got to find a light novel because something happened. It's called The Beginning After End. That's a really, really good isekai. It's on a par with Slime.
okay.
It's on par
But
with
yeah,
Slime.
moving gears with that, just a bit of news. And I know this happened yesterday, but another celebrity died.
Oh, was it the person from the Honeymooners?
Yep. Joyce Randolph.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I heard about that.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Wow.
Yeah, the last surviving actor of the Honeymovers has officially died at 99. And
He's blessed.
she's blessed.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people like mourning, and I'm like, I don't understand why everyone's mourning.
Jesus.
She lived
Well,
a long, full life.
Yeah, but you got to remember she not
lived
only lived.
Than a lot of people.
Well, you got to remember she has not only lived a long life. She is like the sole survivor of the Honeymooners. Like she actually reached Betty White status. When you think about it.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Congratulations, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah.
I feel about celebrity death.
Yeah, give me one moment because my phone is dying and this charger is not charging my phone. Give me one moment.
No problem. But I know it's like when it comes to like celebrity deaths, it's something. It's one of those things that like with you and me, we don't take heed on entertainment events and stuff like that. But when you actually sit and think about something like this, because remember, I was a kid. I was a big fan of the Honeymooners. A kid growing up in Brooklyn, and you just see something back then.
I grew up watching The Honeymooners, so yeah.
Yeah, especially when you had the tradition of the New Year's Eve Honeymooners marathon. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, yeah, remember that the Honeymooners marathon.
I mean, I think there's I tend not to mourn someone who lives that long because they lived a full life. They lived
well.
And here's the thing. Here's another thing. A normal human lifespan is actually 75 years.
Huh?
My phone just went back out. Hold on. A normal average lifespan is 75 years. That's the average lifespan. So anybody who lived more than 75 years are truly blessed.
Yeah, which I give credit, and I do agree. I 100% agree. It's just that when you think about it and you sit and be like, yo, this is yes, they lived a
Mm-hmm.
long life, and
Yeah.
it's not something to mourn out of sadness. It's just out
Yeah.
of celebration. But
Mm-hmm.
on the but on the flip side of that, there's another shout out that I want to give out to. Oh shoot. What up, Down? How you doing? Ray, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
How you doing? Hey. Yeah, but there's another person who died like I think it was either last year or the year before that I want to give a shout out to because of the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Shad Gaspard from Crime Time?
Oh yeah. Because he died saving his son.
Yeah, so
I remember that.
yeah, I think I think yesterday it was the anniversary of his passing. So
Mm.
that that is just something that I actually want to bring that I want to at least recognize because you got a person who has lived a full life, um,
Mm-hmm.
dying, I believe, natural causes and stuff, and another one that has been taken. And,
Yeah.
and mind you, in my opinion, it was premature, but he did it to save somebody he loved, his child.
Yeah.
So that
Mm-hmm.
is something that,
I think technically, if you think about it, he also died. He died from natural disaster. So it's kind of like because
yeah.
somebody dying too early would be more of a murder. But then
Well,
you also got people who don't take care of themselves.
I think it kind of counts when you die of anything other than natural causes.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. Natural cause, natural causes. I would say that is a good point, and
Yeah.
this was something that was out of his control, really.
Yeah. It
Even
was.
even though they tried.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right, just to do a little recap, for Ray, just to do a little recap, what we did was we talk is winter is here and it's cold as hell,
Yes, it
and
is.
I wanna go home.
Yeah.
um,
Then we
some
had anime talk.
yeah, about some of the animes that we've seen, some recommendations, and
Mm-hmm.
now we're talking about um, so
And
one
I'm start.
oh yeah, that is, I do admit that is some good illustration that you're doing right there, man.
So,
Like, keep it
Mm-hmm.
up.
John, remember how I've been talking about the insectoids and how they're much smaller than I've been drawing those characters?
Yeah, yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
a full insectoid without a host looks like.
Oh, nice, nice.
This is
Yes.
Oh, so
great.
so
Oh,
I
yes,
have
right.
something funny to share with you. I have something funny to share too.
Well, what's up?
So this morning before I was going to work, I'm just strolling on Facebook and I
Hmm.
saw a post that had me laughing. So they were
But
saying, so there was an article saying that people who played Fate Grand Order have been answering questions correctly that regular students at a university could not answer.
huh.
Yeah. So the question was one of the question was Ramna was the main character of the story. What was his wife's name? His wife's name is Sita. The reason why I know that because I played Fate Grand Order because that is one of his prominent storylines. He's looking for his wife Sita, who
Hmm.
they never who Sita's actually in Fate Grand Order arcade.
Hmm.
They never meet each other. I know
Huh.
that because of it. But apparently, people who go into universities for the entrance exam did not know either. They did not know unless they played Fate Grand Order, which is funny.
Yeah, but
But I also said to say thing about information I recently found out because of an event in Fake Grand Order. Did you know in 1908 in Russia, the
I remember
Tunguska
that.
explosion?
Yes.
I didn't know nothing about that explosion when I played Fake Grand Order. And they're like, wait a minute, let me Google this. Holy shit. And still, they don't know what was the cause of it.
Well,
Yeah, Rama. Yeah,
yeah.
so I forgot the Ramayama, right? There's a story of Ramayama. His wife in the story name is Sita. In Fragrant Order, Rama is a saber servant
hmm
who's looking for his wife Sita. But he even said himself, him and his wife would never manifest together.
hmm
In Fragrant Order Arcade, which has been confirmed to be a separate universe from Fragrant Order, you meet Sita, who's also I think she's an archer. But I'm gonna say she also is saber type, and she's looking for her husband Rama. Now, people, yeah, you know that, yeah, but there's
I don't.
articles stating that people did not know that because they did not play Fragrant Order.
Well, I
People
would
got that
have known
question
it because I
wrong.
never. Well, I would have known that because I haven't played Fake Grand Order.
But it's something I've been saying. How come? Yeah. So yeah, it is it's in the Hindu mythology. So unless you know Hindu mythology, you would not know that question. That is
Of
that is the
course.
point. Here's the point I'm also trying to make. How come I know more about history and mythology from a video game than I do in school? Because all 12 years of my grade school has been teaching me the same exact history over and over again.
Well, that's the thing. What history are they trying to teach?
I know it is, and it's really sad because then you go out into the world and you find there's more stuff. Even though like remember one of our teachers said this. Our U.S. history teacher said this. Back when
Which
when we was in tech.
Uh,
Skill. I said tech. Skill.
which
Ray
one?
cosplay.
Which one?
One anime.
We
Oh, you
had. I
mean
forgot her name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Miss Lipke.
My.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to
She
Miss Lipke.
said we will only learn 15% of things in school. The rest we got to learn on our own.
Well,
And oh boy, she was correct on that.
oh yeah, shout out to Miss Lipke for
And
that one. Yep.
I'm still losing charge. Why?
The real Armstrong says, John, check your messenger.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
about to do that right now. But yeah, she was right about that though. She was right about that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah,
Well then.
studying language,
Oh,
right?
I remember. Ah, yes. And I know those names. I know those names because of Oh My Goddess.
Well, okay, you gotta remember, video games like when it comes to like certain video games, they try to put as much historical accuracy as they can.
Yeah. So yeah, those are three gods in the anime, but they also represent the actual goddess in the mythologies.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I forgot. It's Ah My Goddess. That's the anime. Ah My Goddess. I just forgot exactly where for that because right now I can't speak off the top of my head. But I forgot Beldetti, Earth, or the Skull. Yeah, those three
Mm-hmm.
gods' names are in mythology.
Oh yeah.
Norse. Okay, thank you. Norse mythology. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Norse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Valkyries.
Yeah. So yeah, just moving on to this topic, and I said I was going to talk about this in the last live. I did get a chance to look at the Cat Williams interview.
Yo,
What?
he popped off. 2024, he popped off. And here's the thing, and I'm going to say this. I'm gonna let you add your 2 cents first. Okay, what you gotta say?
Oh shoot, hold up. Havoc, how you doing? I have
Go
not
ahead.
seen you in a while. Yeah, you got Havoc. But yeah,
Yeah. So
go
what
ahead.
you two say? What? Oh, you want that? So okay. So here's what I'm about to
No,
say. He made all those claims against a lot of stars of black community, and a lot of stars of black community, right? Now, are they true or not? It depends on the story to story. I don't know, and I'm not going to say they're true or not.
mm-hmm.
However, I'm more inclined to believe him, all because the responses against him are not addressing what he's saying. They just try to brush it off, like, oh, you're just hating. Oh, I'm making more money. Oh, you're not relevant no more. No, he's saying serious accusation about you that you should address. He's saying in the public about y'all. And then a lot of those accusations, people in Twitter and other forums have been going back, because the internet police. They've been
Mm-hmm.
going back and confirming what he said. Even Ice Cube has confirmed what Cat Williams has said.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No,
what? It's not like he called. Okay, it's different. It's different. He say, "Oh, y'all nothing but bitches, blah blah blah, blah blah blah," and now
no,
not providing any statement. And then you say he's eleven statement. That's different. No, no, y'all did X, Y, and Z, and y'all like, oh no, he just hating. I'm not paying you to hate. No, no, no,
no, no, no,
no.
no. Here's now to add my 2 cents with this.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the term "spilling the tea" comes in,
Oh no.
because I'm sitting there watching the interview, and
Mm-hmm.
it is true. If anybody knows Cat Williams, if anybody follows Cat Williams, like he's not he's not an original comedian. He's not one of those comedians that you see nowadays. He is the real deal. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you see his stand up, he says what he is. Like he does not have to like put on an act or just to show that he's funny. What he does is that he creates these stuff. He is an artist, and the character he portrays, he thinks, and like one of the things he mentions about some of his characters being a pimp. Well, because he said he had experiences as a pimp, and he takes those experiences and puts it to screen.
No, I'm a pimp named Slip Bag.
One
Yeah,
name slip back. One saying,
but and he does it well because he has those experiences. Now,
Mm-hmm.
everything that he has said, you have to sit and think.
Mm-hmm.
The Steve Harvey thing, like when you actually he mentions something that is, when you sit and think about it, it's like, oh shoot, that is true. Like remember,
Mm-hmm.
I actually found one of those things. Remember, and I was talking to Marcel about it. Remember Mark Curry?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and remember hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Yep. Here's another one. After the Kings of Comedy, and I totally forgot about this, but somebody
Mm-hmm.
had brought up the whole thing. After the
Mm-hmm.
Kings of Comedy, what's his name? I can't believe. Oh, Bernie Mac. Oh my God, I almost forgot about Bernie Mac. Oh, this is
What?
gracious to me. I'm tired.
that.
Yeah.
So Bernie Mac at the end of King's Comedy was actually warning people not to tell your jokes in front of the other comedians.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's like doing a comedy in front of a cop. He was warning people not to do your skit in front of other comedians, because once it hit HBO, you can't prove that you did it first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Another thing with like when he
Wait.
talk about the actors.
Wait, hold up.
And
Repeat that again. Repeat that again.
Bernie Mac was warning comedians not to
Mm-hmm.
tell your jokes in front of other comedians, especially comedians like him.
Mm-hmm. because you cannot prove
Because once,
that.
yeah, you can't prove that you did the joke once it hit HBO. Because once the bigger comedian puts the joke on HBO, it's believed that it's his joke,
Of course.
and it's hard to prove. Yeah, it's hard to prove that you came up with the joke first.
Of course.
If you're a smaller comedian.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what any type. Hold on. That's like any type of business. Like that's like any type of business. Like if you have a business idea and you say that to any kind of CEO or something, and that CEO distributes it, it's going to be hard to say, hey, this was my idea.
But he was telling that to other. Yeah, but he was telling that to other comedians coming up, because like there was a Alvin Peach was saying this too, because I was watching Alvin Peach when they was covering it. And Alvin Peach said this. He was like, now that has been confirmed that they took Cat Williams' joke. Think about how many other jokes they took, but other people can't prove. From smaller comedians, who go to the shows to perform, and they happen to be there. And let's say the whole skit was boring except for one joke. They'll take that one funny joke and go to HBO with it.
Well, of course, isn't that Hollywood in itself?
The very definition of play.
But like it comes when, but when you bring up to light, it's different, because then that because remember, for years we don't see it until now. Now Cat Williams brought that shit up. Another thing that Cat Williams brought up is about the black stars being in dresses, and I remember Cat Williams have always been against that.
Yeah,
he didn't make jokes about it, but he always been against that. And I remember when there was two things I made me remember. I remember when Kevin Hart first said he was going to do it, but he ended up doing it.
Yeah.
And I remember when Dave Chappelle have literally said that he denied a deal because they want him in a dress, and then they turned around and said, "Oh, you're gonna have make people think you're crazy," and it worked, and then sadly they worked. Because by the time he went home, he was known as a drug addict. He was doing crack and all the XYZ. I remember all the flame against Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Then I remember, somebody put up an interview with Monique, because there's a lot of stuff that had came up about what that was against Monique. Now I'm kind of like, I'm kind of sort of sided with her, but now I'm hearing her side of the story. Something that at the time I didn't do before, but now I'm maturing. I like to hear both sides of the story and then come up with my own conclusion, right? And he's frozen. Yeah. The circle of death. Yep. I'm about to see Let It Go.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. That's gonna be my new bathroom song.
Circle of Death.
Of course, right. The Circle of Death, and the Circle of Death, the Red Ring of Death. I miss the Red Ring of Death.
Oh yeah, the Red Ring of Death joke. Okay, but since you can hear me, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so okay.
But yeah,
all right. So Monique was on Steve Harvey's show, and she was telling people how no one came to her side when she needed their aid, and Steve Harvey was talking against her, how she should know the script, she should know the rules and all that stuff. And I'm listening like, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Monique was asking for help. Yeah, she was asking for help back then from all her other peers in that same circle, and they all turned against her. And from what I heard, because right now I haven't researched it, but I heard the reason why they turned against her is because they want her to do, Tyler Perry wanted her to do a skit, a show, and she denied it because she wanted to spend time with her family, because she had 2 prior failed marriages.
Yeah.
So she wanted to make sure her third marriage worked. So
Yeah.
she was more focused on her family than her career at the time because she wanted to keep this marriage, and they
Yeah.
turned
That's
on her, and then Oprah turned on her because first she asked Monique, can she bring the brother on the show, and she like okay, but she have a. If you saw the movie Precious, you understand because basically
yes.
Monique is living everything that Precious in the movie went through,
Yeah.
but basically you
Hmm.
get the point.
Yeah. Of
But it was
course.
with her brother. Yeah.
Well.
He was iffy
Okay.
about that. But then Oprah also invited the mother to the show, which kind of
Wow.
pissed Monique off. Like, yeah, that's bad. But she is right. The way that black women in Hollywood and in the media is portrayed, especially dark skinned black women, are portrayed badly.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Martin, look at the actress because I forgot her name, the actress who played Pam.
Mm-hmm.
They they downgrade black women especially dark skinned black women in the media. They loud, they rowdy, and can't keep a man. That is the basic. That's the basic of the jury, especially back then. The jury of a dark skinned black woman
All
roles.
right. Then what about
And
now?
then it's getting better now, but not much, because
It's
I have to go through
fine to
my mental break, and I'm sorry right now because it's not it's better than it was. It's better than it was before.
And
There's progress being
and
made.
there's two shows that I
Right.
can actually prove. I can actually prove that. Fresh Prince and Family Matters.
All right, so the Fresh Prince. If you talk about the Aunt Vivian,
Hmm.
that was a beef between her and Will that went
Yeah.
out of hand.
Okay. Then explain Family Matters.
Fan Matters, I don't remember, not right now.
But any. Yeah. But here's the thing. With Family
Now,
Matters,
if
I
you
could.
also uh if you want to add if anybody who's trying to add My Wife and Kids with Claire.
Yeah.
Claire was actually removed from the show by her mom because they
Uh,
wanted to do a teen pregnancy thing,
oh.
and her mom was not flying with that.
Oh no.
I
No. Mm-mm.
read that one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That
Her mom
that
was
one
not
I
having it.
could. That one I could be like, nah. But
Yeah.
but in retrospect, Cat
Hmm.
Williams actually exposed a lot. And mind you, I'm still watching. I'm
Yeah.
still watching this. I'm basically in the hour and 23-minute mark of this. And I know there's a lot that and this is only like a section that I'm looking at, and I know there's more,
Hmm.
but other than that, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, damn. When you sit and think and you remember and you reminisce, I'm like, oh shit, this is true. This is fact. Oh wow, that is something.
Oh shit!
What?
I just realized there's a record button on this Instagram live thing. What?
You didn't know that?
No, I did
what?
not. Because I don't be on Instagram live.
But you didn't know you could save your live streams?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the reason why, because this conversation could be on YouTube. I'll do it the next time you do the live. I'll probably do it.
I
Yeah,
Depending
but
on what we talk about.
both
but
of us.
hey, if I can
No, because
if I can sa-
I'm actually
if I can save a copy,
no, 'cause I'm actually trying to build.
look,
I'm actually trying
I'm
to build
gonna.
my YouTube channel now.
Hey, if I could save a copy of this and I'll give it to you, that's all. That's all that matters. You
Yeah,
know where I'm
yeah,
at.
yeah.
But yeah, this is just one of those things of wow. When when you actually look at when you look at the personality of Cat Williams,
Mhm.
this is a person who is he's the front man not because he's pushed by media. He's the front man because he let his entertainment do the work for him.
Mhm.
It's not He's not mainstream.
John, Amsterdam want to join the to talk about this.
All right, hold on one.
Since you the host, yeah. And let me see how much charge I have left because I'm losing charge instead of gaining, which is stupid.
Yeah. Okay,
15%.
then. Yeah, hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. So, did I invite? I'm inviting on this one. I'm hoping I did. I'm hoping I did. Why are you not letting me? Like, yeah, I'm trying to like invite. Hopefully I can. Wow,
John, just
this might.
screen is
Yep.
frozen.
Oh, my screen?
Yeah, you got the circle of death.
Jeez.
Yeah, you do.
Oh. Oh no, it doesn't. Hold on. Oh,
Got the.
yeah.
I don't want to charge. Problem.
Okay, now
Okay.
now we're good. Don't worry, I am still here. I'm still here. So this might this in the history of no. I think this might be like the longest lives that I've done in like a good while. And this is actually going for a good start.
Well, at least one that you've hosted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Of course.
I think there's times you jumped on a couple of my live streams, but you've been on for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I think there's one I didn't save because it was like 5 hours. Yeah, I'm not saving this one. It's 5 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So once my phone reaches 5%, I'm gonna have to jump off because I have to charge my phone. Is
No,
that
it's
9%?
understandable. No, understandable. Hold on one. I'll be right back.
For some reason, it is not keeping charge. And my other charge is not. I gotta get the wire. What?
Oh my gosh, I'm tired.
I'm destroying everything. Let me see my tablet. Probably switch to my tablet and then. Oh yeah. So if anything, I'll probably switch to my tablet because my tablet's fully charged and
Yeah, hello? Yeah, hello? Yeah, don't worry, I'm back. I'm here. Just as I said, this might be like the longest. Like, did he come in yet? Did he
And
come in?
you still can't get Ash. You can still get Amsterdam, right?
No, I got him. I got him.
I see him.
Okay.
I see him.
Yeah, no, I just see your screen. I see Jacob's screen.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know I just added him, but let's.
You gotta accept it. You gotta accept it.
You gotta press yes, bruh.
You gotta press yes. Okay. Can I upgrade this?
You gotta press yes. Jeez. Gotta love technology, don't you?
No.
The fact that you just said no.
Hate it.
I don't hate technology. It's just like you know, like I don't hate technology. It's just one of those things of
The AI is taking over.
Yep.
I wouldn't say. Well, okay, maybe.
We finished the Cat Williams segment?
Oh no, we still on that. We still on that. It's just that
I don't know
like
where we're. I'm so lost.
no, we're still on that. It's just that when you think about it, this brings me to another thing because I said that this was a segue about stealing jokes and ideas and stuff like that because he did bring up a good point about
Mm-hmm.
um ideas, jokes, and material being stolen.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's something I want to add because I saw a comment that kind of made it like this wasn't needed. And here's was a comment.
Hmm.
He said not seen it yet. So here was a comment. So I was looking about when Catwoman
It
was
says
talking
you're
about.
unable to join. Why are you not able to join? Why? Oh.
No, I have this issue. The same issue when
Wait, Astrid, did you update your Instagram? Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
here we go. Here we go.
cheating is fun.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Now
yeah.
I'm trying to switch it. I'm trying to switch it to my laptop because I'm looking at you in my laptop. I'm like, nah,
Ah,
bro.
that's why.
All right.
Did you update your did you update your Instagram?
I'm frozen on his
Oh, there
screen.
you go. There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Fuck it. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Excuse my
All right.
language. I'll just use my phone for now.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right. So
I'm trying to switch it to my laptop because I'm looking at you in my laptop. I'm like, nah, bro.
bruh, I tried
all
doing
right.
I tried seeing if I could do it on my laptop. Eventually I'll do it on my laptop. I'll try, but that's another story. That's another
All
thing.
right. So
But yeah.
so here's what. So I was looking at the comment about when people talk about.
I'm looking at you in my laptop.
We get the feedback. Nice.
Yeah, I can hear the feedback too.
Yeah, I get the feedback.
Gotta love the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all right.
So
So
yeah.
here's the thing. Okay. So when they was talking about what Catwoman was talking about the Black Star and dress, then
Hmm.
it was this comment I saw, and I'm like, that was not needed. Oh, they showing the reason why they portray y'all in dresses because they trying to show how they try to have a negative impact on black women. Can we not segue a problem somebody make and make it about the other gender? Yes, it's been talked about. The black women, especially dark-skinned black women, in the media has been bad. It's been talked about before, but they also do
Yeah.
the same shit to the black men,
Hmm.
and we should be sticking together instead of trying to compete because this is it's a competing. Stop competing when you have issues. You should address the issue. This was done with what's his name from Good Times.
Oh,
Wasn't wasn't Snoop Dogg that said the best
I
way
want to
to
play the mother.
is to stop acknowledging racism.
That's
Mhm.
bullshit. That is bullshit. That is the biggest load of bullshit crap I've ever heard.
oh boy.
Sorry. Mm-mm. The best way not to show off racism is to stop acknowledging racism. The moment you stop acknowledging something is the moment that it becomes a bigger issue than it would be already.
I
Yeah.
What
think
you're talking about, Jacob, with
Depends. It
all
actually
the
depends.
I think what he's saying is stop feeding the beast.
that's going to be worse. That makes
Yeah.
it worse because here's the thing, right? You don't acknowledge a prevalent problem that is happening. Like for instance, we're
Hmm.
talking about joke stealing, right? We
Hmm.
don't acknowledge a prevalent problem that is happening. What eventually happens is, especially as we've been seeing, is that bigger, more established comedians will take and use jokes from lesser known or lesser established comedians and put it
Well,
in their mouth. As you were saying,
not just joke stealing, but just
everything.
material, just stealing material in general.
Every single thing.
Hmm.
And it can be all of it can be very miscued. You won't know You see, big comedians will go perform in smaller clubs or anything like that. You know, test out some materials to see if it'll work out before they get one of those big stages. Chris Rock has
Mm-hmm.
actually spoken about this. He's talked about this. Bill Burr, when Patrice
Mm-hmm.
O'Neill was alive, I'm not sure if he still does it, but he and a few other comedians would go to comedy clubs and whatnot, make sure their material keeps being fresh and whatnot, mix it around. That's why if you hear Bill Burr's comedy, you don't much hear it from anybody else because his own, apart from being from life experiences like what Cat Williams does, he makes these things funny. It was
Mm-hmm.
just same as this guy Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing, but he also uses life experiences. Now, if you use your life experiences in comedy and you make it funny without being it traumatic, you cannot steal those jokes. You just cannot. Unless you
Can you
some
though? Can
no,
you?
not really. You have to the instances of being in the same types of position and making it that level of funny is very difficult. But you can, but you can't. Because it had a one where um, Mark Curry, he was doing the sketch, and you see years later Cedric the Entertainer took that
Mm-hmm.
same one and he just rearranged it just enough to make it look like it's his original one.
Yeah, but that's what Cat Williams talked about.
Yeah.
That was
Hmm.
mentioned.
Yes.
But if
There's
you're
a lot of the big name stars. They go to a smaller comedian comedy club. They hear a joke, and they go to the big one and make it their own.
yep,
Now, okay, now back to the topic I was talking about. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Esther Rose, she had played Florida Evans, right? So I've seen memes about calling Florida the actual bad guy in Good Time because no, she left her kids to follow another man, right?
Mm-hmm.
The truth behind that storyline is actually because she was unhappy of the writing of that show, so she left the show.
Yeah.
oh,
The first thing, yeah, the first time it happened, because it happened twice. The first time it happened, not the first time it happened, right? She did not like how the show switched from trying to have the black family come together to everything about dynamite. She did not like the portrayal of black men being stupid, and she expressed her opinion. And what they did, they fired the father. They put him off the show.
Yeah, that
Then they
is a
made,
thing, yes.
then, yeah. Then they written the new guy, and she didn't like the idea that the mother of the show just forget her old husband who died and went with a new guy. So she
Mm-hmm.
left
Yeah.
the show. So the final season had her, for majority had her out not in the picture because she left the show, and
Mm-hmm.
people didn't grab the show, so they made a deal for her to come back at the final season. Like not the final season, but like the last couple episodes where she came back.
Yeah.
But it didn't save the show. But it's like she was against black men being portrayed as stupid as a black woman. Now,
That
this
is
in truth, black men do need to step up for a black woman. That is true. But there are some that do try to speak up for black women. But can we not segue? This is the problem. If a black woman is talking about the problem and the injury for a black woman, let's not segue for what she's saying. Listen to what she's saying. The same thing goes for black men. So that when Cat Williams was talking about guys in dress, the people in the comments should not segue from that to make it about a woman issue. We have a lot of topic about a woman issue. This is a topic about a man issue. Let's keep it the man issue. Another thing that they've been doing, like a lot of people who try, like I said, a lot of people try to talk about against Cat Williams. They're not addressing the issue. They are dismissing it. They're trying to brush it off with something else. Like he's irrelevant. Oh, like I forgot that guy name who posted the video of Cat Williams getting beat up by that kid. And I'm like, what does him being beat up by the kid has anything to do with he claimed that what you did?
Mm.
Has nothing to do with it. All you try to do is, oh, don't listen to him. You got beat up by a kid. So that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yo, I've been on 9 minutes for the past 10 minutes. 9% of the rest of the minutes. So it's trying to keep my charge.
they when it comes to there, you're right though. You're right though. Cat Williams is right. All that. I didn't watch the interview. It's 3 hours long, and I want to sleep. But anyway,
Almost.
but anyway, when you talk about the portrayal of showing lighter skin and darker skin, in terms of lighter skin seems to be this more friendlier, and the darker skin seems to be more. Give me a good word that doesn't sound completely terrible.
Just say because it's
Aggressive,
no, just say
violent,
yeah.
loud,
Hey.
unfeminine. Literally,
No,
especially
he's
black women.
No, you're right.
He's right. 'Cause remember, look at Pam and look at Gina.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking from
Me personally, I think Pam looked better than Gina personally.
Oh
They're
no.
all best friends. They've been friends since kids, so there's no honor animosity between the two. But I'm
Hey,
just
Little
saying,
Rabbit.
personally, I think Pam.
Hey, Queen. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I think Pam was better looking than Gina, personally.
Yeah.
Because she was.
I bet she. Yeah.
I just thought Shanae looked better because she was just. I just like a chick that could fight.
Give me a second. Let me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is comedy.
But anyway, in terms of, I didn't know that about the original Claire. I thought she had left the show because of the interview being so taking so long and whatnot. Like,
No, her mom took her off the show because I was reading because they were going to do a teen pregnancy episode,
Mm-hmm.
and her mother was against it,
yeah, no
highly
shit.
against it.
I would have been against that.
Then when they replaced her with the light skin, they didn't do that. They didn't do that teen pregnancy stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, so you don't have the dark skinned black woman, the dark skinned black girl do the teen pregnancy, but not the light skin? Nah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
They do that?
Nah.
No, wait, hold up. Didn't they do
They
that with
actually no, they did end up having a teen pregnancy, but it wasn't with Claire. It ended up being with Junior, but that came a long while after.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they tried to make it seem as though he's going to be the negligent absentee father. And if you actually paid attention to the character of Junior, they made him the biggest dumbass at all of anything. It was mind-boggling. And actually, I'm going to add another one. Bernie Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Mac and them kids. Always making portrayal as Jordan, the dumbest of dumb rocks. Vanessa, somehow a troublemaker. And Baby Girl seems to be
Katie.
is a troublemaker, but seems to be favored beyond everything else. Because if they want to say, okay, it's because she's a little kid and whatnot, that would make sense. But you add that along with her being a light-skinned girl, and it doesn't, and then it just adds up to the whole, when we're going to portray darker-skinned black girls as more of this, and then lighter-skinned black girls as this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
I think you could actually say the same thing with Fresh
Hey,
Prince
what
of
up,
Bel-Air.
Matt? How you doing?
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was a beef between Will Smith and the original Art Vivian.
Yeah, I know. I realize. Yeah,
and unfortunately, because Will Smith was the bigger star, she lost that battle, and it took them years. It took them years. I mean, years to hash out that problem.
Yeah,
but he made one point that was true. It is so hard to be in Hollywood and a dark-skinned black woman.
Yeah, but
yes.
Getting back into topic about stealing material.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the interview, I felt that this was important. because you have you have a lot of Cat said a lot of things, and he's not wrong. But for me, in my opinion, that's the one thing that stood out. Like other you have other comedians, other actors just stealing material, which is like, yo, when you sit and think, I'm like, yo, that is proven.
I think I could actually add another layer to this. I think I could actually
John,
add another layer.
I'm switched. I think that's in another because I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Switch.
Hold on one second. Let me charge my phone.
Yeah, but is that you, Ash? Yeah, but and I wanna I had a feeling, yo, Joga, you still there?
I'm here.
Yeah, I just love. Yeah, I give you credit because of the topic that we're talking, and you're just still here. I really give you credit.
No, unfortunately,
Huh?
I'm not going to give much opinion on this subject.
No, which
John, read it.
no, which no, which I'm glad, I'm I'm glad that you. I'm not saying that you don't have an opinion about it, and if you did, I would have understood that your take on it. But since did you even know what happened with the whole interview thing?
Oh, John, add Jacob.
I did, huh?
Not I really have seen it, you or know it.
Well, that I can understand. That I can understand.
I didn't watch the interview. I've seen the snippets, and the
Well,
snippets alone gives me a broad idea of everything else. I mean, he's not wrong with everything he said. Because even I found it weird back in the day when it was really prevalent, why there were a lot of guys wearing women's clothing and whatnot. I thought it was, especially black men,
well,
and I really thought it was weird. I mean, don't get me
well. You gotta
wrong.
remember. No, well,
It
you
was still
gotta
weird.
remember. This is this is nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the Three Stooges.
Mm-hmm. But I also thought of it like it's a comedy trope. Not, and it doesn't, but here's the
It
thing.
it,
No, it really is. No, it really is. The whole
it is a comedy trope.
cross-gendering, yeah, the whole cross-gendering thing, it is a comedy trope.
Yeah.
But it's a very big
Oh,
hit and miss comedy trope.
well,
Okay, for
of
example,
course it's.
no, let me give you the clearest example.
Hmm.
I'll give you two. Actually, I'll give you two. Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire,
Yes.
Okay.
Tyler Perry as Medea.
Yeah.
Hey, lousy artist alert.
Hey, lousy artist. How you doing?
Oh, I
Damn,
should
Jake.
shout out. I should shout out Michelle. Hey, Michelle.
So
I'm
I'm
gonna.
trying. Huh?
You're not getting Jacob.
I'm trying to get Jacob in. I don't know what's going on. My phone is buns. I don't know
But let me.
why.
But let
This
me
is.
get. And the reason why I use those two particularly, even when Robin Williams dressed up as Mrs. Doubtfire for
Hmm.
the whole bit and whatnot, it made the storyline behind it and everything
Hmm.
made absolute sense in terms, and it made it, and even though gave Mrs. Doubtfire a whole life of its own, it didn't change the
Yeah.
fact that okay, I'm a man playing a woman, so I could get closer to my children to actually know
Yeah.
them. In terms of Medea is supposed to be this wise old woman this wise old black woman teaching people how to live their life eventually. And then if you're going to the flip side, whenever he's doing his movies, he tends to be more than one character because, well, I'm pretty sure he's got some sort of personality trope with that.
Well,
His people,
that's because most of the times he's portraying a character and not just he's basically just portraying a character.
yeah, but he's portraying a character he's portraying a character of like a version of himself, but the whole thing is to be this wise old teaching other people, particularly women apparently,
Hmm.
about how to be and how to live life and whatnot.
Yeah,
And it's a hit or
which
miss. And no, the reason why it ends up being a hit or a miss is that
Ah, I'm
active,
back.
Yay!
yes,
Woo!
we actively know we actively know that, oh, this is a person of a person, and everybody
hmm
has to keep the mind of this is a woman, but it but there are actually times in the movie where it comes off like, oh, this is not a woman, this is a man, but it really did.
We talk
yeah,
about
Medea.
Medea, but we keep it as, okay, this is a woman of this that and whatnot. So with Robin Williams, with Mrs.
Hmm.
Doubtfire, it kept and made sense. With the Medea, it always ends up being a hit or a miss.
Well, here's the thing. Well, to add on what you were saying, it of course is going to be hit and a miss because at
I
least
have a
with
whole thing. I have a whole thing about that. 1 second.
the thing about with Mrs. Doubtfire, it's a storyline. That's the storyline. That is the story. That is the whole punchline. The punchline is him dressing in drag. That's the punchline.
We
That's the
we
whole.
should not forget. When we're talking about like how drag hit
Hmm?
how
Rapping?
the community. We should not forget there was a point in time where drag actually was method of portraying female characters way back when cameras were invented, like when only sort of acting entertainment displays, and I think there was a hell of a lot of women acting at all, back in the and so every girl character would be betrayed by a man, and so at least the actor would be
Huh? Well,
actually started way before cameras were even.
well, yeah, but the thing about it is that what Cat was trying. Wow,
Sorry,
damn.
I kind of threw you off the topic. My fault.
Yeah, you did.
Uh,
The thing was,
so back on topic.
yeah, you see, you gotta remember, we nerds are kind of the victims of ADHD when it comes to something like this.
So you remember last night on my podcast when I closed out, I said, seeing the
Oh
ADHD,
shit.
I mean the Infinite podcast.
Yeah, like we always go off into, well, that's that's us nerds in general. We just go off into a tangent of something. But one thing one thing I do like about it is just that at least it brings up some great conversations and something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
That's one thing you could say about it. Like,
All right. And I'm darking this damn camera. Get the light.
that's because you got that's because you got yeah, I don't know.
Anywho,
Try to think of
yeah. But when I overheard the thing about you talk about Medea, that guy's name right here.
yeah.
somebody brought up something that I had to really think about when I was looking at all Tyler Perry
What?
show writing.
What?
A lot of his characters are like the same. Okay, for the black male characters, they either arrogant and pompous, or they're the goody goody two shoe that can't do no wrong. And then you got the black woman betrayed as the aggressor or the naive fool.
Didn't the Boondocks point that out?
Yep.
They
And
did.
you could
Wow.
never find that episode again.
Yes, you can.
I remember watching that same episode, and when they showed reruns of the Boondocks, that episode almost never came back up.
That's why you gotta search the internet. Internet is what. I miss that song.
Man, remember what I was just telling you about the difference between Medea and Mrs. Doubtfire in
Yeah.
terms of how Tyler put it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what I remember what I just said, it's Medea training or teaching mostly black women about how everything is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing exactly what it's actually Jacob explained it a lot better than I did.
What? Yeah, but so question, how does this relate to, so we can understand that Cat Williams did explain that as well, because and speaking of that, he brought up a good point concerning knowing your fan base.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
What's up?
so with my story in Gothic Guardians, I try to make a point to make the 5 characters the first possible
Mm-hmm.
tropes of their settings.
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Joga, with you have a well-known trope, but at least you have a story. At least you have an original story.
Well, my tropes go into things like nerdy boy likes popular girl. Popular girl.
Yeah, I've seen tropes like that constantly. That's nothing new. But
Well,
how you execute it could be something different. Because thing with story, because even I'm writing a story, right?
Hey,
You
Dr.
cannot
V,
avoid
how you
tropes.
doing?
You cannot avoid tropes at all.
Well, you can't.
No, you can't avoid
Well,
tropes.
well,
Look at
that's
My
the
Hero
thing.
Academia. Like, My Hero Academia alone. My Hero Academia follows the superhero tropes, no matter what. But how it's subverting a lot of the shonen trope. That's one thing different. That's one thing making it unique. But if you write a story with a 5-man team, there's a 5-man band trope right there, automatic off the bat.
right.
Which is what Joga is. It's a 5-man band trope. So
if he's writing a rom-com with a nerdy kid liking a super popular girl, there's so many rom-coms that did that same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now you take that trope and you mold it something different. Because you cannot escape trope. Mine's a fantasy sci-fi. So I'm hitting two tropes right there to say it's fantasy sci-fi.
All right. So the question is, how do you make it unique?
How do you make it unique?
Yeah,
One.
like how do you?
So
Because
if you study a genre,
hold on. Like you just said that you cannot escape these tropes.
Yeah.
Like anything you do is a repeated trope. How do you make it unique and not make it look like it's been stolen?
You want to know how to do that? Because I can tell you how I do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you how I do it too.
Okay.
All right. Joga. All right. Joga, you first.
So what I was trying to say is, I don't think about the tropes when I write this stuff. I don't think about what's a trope and what isn't a trope. I just write exactly what I like. I write these characters. I think of what the race is going to be after I write their character. For example, anyone who knows the 5 characters that I have in my gallery, the leader of the group,
Yeah.
the black guy in the group, but
Mhm.
when the story comes out and like you read his character, he really doesn't follow many black guy tropes other than he's a successful athlete in school. So he was always going to be a successful athlete, no matter what color his skin was going to be. Leader of the group, no matter what his color was going to be, he was going to be the one who had his head on straight, no matter what the color of his skin was going to be. I wrote the character first, and then start thinking, okay, don't want them all to be like white people. Be Spanish. I want one of them to be black. I want one of them to be Korean. I want one of them to look a bit Samoan. I want one of them to be white. So I just started like, okay, well, it seems that the design's the best. It seems this into their backstory is the best because I can use things that go on in their cultures to create relatable problems that kids face every day. So, and from there.
All right.
So first thinking of Jacob, Mike, Wendy, Alex, and Rich, I wasn't thinking of what race they were going to be at first. I was
All right.
characters, and I wasn't thinking, oh, I want to use this trope, or I want to use that trope. I just write what I would want to see, what I would want to read, what I would want to watch on TV, what I want to see in the movie, what I find interesting, and I just go with it, and I just don't worry if it's a trope or not.
All right.
Yeah.
Understandable.
All
Yeah.
right.
Now what he's saying is
All
true.
right.
You write the story without thinking about the trope, and that's how all writers do. They don't think about you when you write, so you don't think about the trope because that's if you're a writer, you just write the story how it is. What you want to do is pay attention to what you write. Like what he said, he think about the characters, how they want to be portrayed, not because of agenda. Remember we had this agenda talk.
Right.
There's a reason why. There's
Mhm.
a reason why I talk about like inclusivity does not make a good story because
Right.
you're writing for the agenda. You're not writing for the story.
I really
Yeah.
writing something for the sake of including representation will damage the story because you're not thinking about the story anymore. You
Exactly.
got
So
the
you
story.
you so another way to like now let's say you write with tropes. You write your character how they are, but there's certain things you may want to avoid with certain characters, especially if not if you've seen it before, but if you know it's gonna ruin your story. So like if you cause like thing is when writers write story, a lot of times they get inspiration from other stories and they tend to incorporate that into their writing. Sometimes you have to stop that because you not stop it totally, but you got to stop because you got to stop and think. Will this fit my character? Will this work with my character? Will this work what I already established for my character? If yes, yeah, then include the inspiration. If no, avoid the inspiration because you don't want to write a story that millions of other people have seen and fall into that same trap that you see millions of other stories that have done.
I
That's
be
or do what Isayama did. Come up with an ending and then write the story that match up to the ending.
I
Because
actually,
that's why
Isayama
I
said that
actually,
at the end of his Attack on Titan, he came up with the ending when he was 10 years old. So he
Mm.
made a story to follow the ending.
I actually have a problem with my story. Like there are parts of my story where I have it in my head, and I kind of have something of not an ending, but pretty damn close to what the ending should be or would be.
Mhm.
Like I have points where I want to have, and I'm to try to work myself around each of those points. And because I kept losing the material for 10 years, over 10 for over 10
Dang.
years.
I got you, B. I finished 2 of my books and not got them published yet. Actually, I'm editing
I
first
could.
one.
I got y'all. I got both of y'all beat. I have not finished my story since high school.
He wins. John wins. Yep, John wins because I started mine. I started mine
Like
when I was in college, and
remember,
I've had issues ever since. And
remember
when I
the
mean
story.
college, I mean before I met any of y'all.
Like Jacob, remember the story that I was writing in high
Mm-hmm.
school? I never touched it. After part 1, I never touched it.
Now, I have rewritten mine because I started mine. I just started mine in high school. I rewritten it to make it better. Then I rewritten again to because when I finished book two blew book about what should do. Book your second part of the series should be better than the first part, but it was so much of a gap, better difference that I want to close the gap just about a little bit. So I rewritten it again to make it better. And which I succeeded because my the person who edited my story said joy in my book when she was doing spelling errors for me, spelling errors and grammar mistakes. Because I know me, my grammar suck, but I can admit that. I can admit my grammar. There's some people who like when I call people out for their grammar. Oh, your grammar is terrible as well. Yeah, I know that.
What do you think of her character for a villain?
Looks
Nice
pretty.
design.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm actually going to jump back to John's points here in terms of jokes and stealing jokes and whatnot.
And
How we just
material.
mentioned all of that. How can you steal a material and make it something of your own? I think I said earlier that some of them you just can't, but I'm going to retake that back and say, yes, you can. You can take someone else's material and change it in such a way that it does sound more like from you. But there's some material, people like the bigger artists, they literally stole somebody's almost line for line. Now, I don't know if any of you used to watch this, but I used to watch all of these religiously. Comedy Central stand-up. Comedy Central presents.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedians, all of these things. I used to almost watch all of them religiously.
Yeah.
So when I did hear, and this is kind of why I don't like listening to a lot of big stand-up comedians, is that I kind of did notice at some level, some of them actually, I heard some of the jokes before, but I couldn't tell from where until actually when this Cat Williams interview, as he's saying and showing that, oh, so this is where I heard some of those. The same one with Cedric the Entertainer, when he talks about, and they showed, and I saw this clip online. I don't know where. I think I saw it on
Internet
Facebook.
police. Internet police exposed what Cat Williams said.
Oh yeah.
And they showed it. One from Mark Curry and Cedric the Entertainer. I know those shows. I've seen his stand-ups, and I knew when I heard that joke. I heard it somewhere before, but I could never place my mind onto it back then with the original Kings of Comedy, because I saw that same joke from Mark Curry years prior.
Oh,
Now here's the thing about that. When you say how you still joke to make your own, from a smaller, non-known comedian who's trying to make it up into the comedian business, you could take their joke line for line because it's always the first person who make it public is the one who gets the credit, no matter what.
That's like any type of. And
I could reference this because here's something that's really funny that happened, and this actually happened with my sister, my little sister. So back when my little sister was elementary, her and her friend was used to come home and make a joke, chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. She was in elementary when her and her friend was singing it. Yeah, I heard that song blasting on the radio a couple of years later. And my mom, before she passed, may her soul rest in peace, was like, wait a minute. Y'all used to sing that as a joke. Yeah, it became a hit record.
You want
Can we prove it?
You want better.
Yo,
I'm going to do you one better. I'm gonna do you one better. When we were in Scepter, what was the
Mm-hmm.
running joke that we used to say all the time?
What?
That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
We all.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
Did you remember? Did you? Did
Yep.
you?
Hey Cal.
Did you
Hey Cal Java. How you doing?
remember who said it first in there?
Um, who said it? I think it was you who said it, right?
Yep. And then
And
it
then we
spread
see,
like
yeah, and
wildfire.
then you hear comedians say that shit too.
Oh no,
Oh,
I can do both of y'all. I can do both of y'all better. Joga, you weren't here. You weren't here. You weren't here. You were mostly in Endor. Years ago, I think it was 2000. Yeah, it was 2016. WinterCon. It was WinterCon. We did. It was my second Saber Guild. No, my third Saber Guild show. Hey, Mortal, how you doing? Welcome to the live. It was my third Saber Guild show, and it it was called the Smuggler's Bounty, right?
Mhm.
And the premise was this: you had this Mandalorian that was working for the Sith, and he was supposed and the package that was supposed to deliver was a baby hut.
What's going on?
get the fuck out.
Now, you want to hear something else that's funny? So, for a long time, in my life, when I first did it, I could only eat beef patties with cheese, pepperoni, and cocoa bread. I personally do not. I personally now cannot eat plain beef patties. Right?
Yeah.
I ordered that combination from different pizza stores all the time until one day they actually put that shit on the menu, and I was laughing. I was laughing because I ordered that because like when I first did, I was introduced it from because one of my sisters did it, so I'm like, oh, that's nice. And since then, a plain beef patty is something I just don't like no more. It's just bland to me.
Hmm.
It needs some pepperoni, some cheese, cocoa bread, slamming. So every time
Yep.
I go to the pizza shop and order the beef, I order that religiously. And I guess they're like, yo, let's put the shit on the menu. And now, damn it, every pizza shop has that shit on the menu, and I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, I just hope to market it or something. But can I prove it? No, because who gonna believe a nobody?
No. Well, I wouldn't. Well, getting back to that, I could understand how an idea can be, I would say, stolen and
Mm-hmm.
distributed, and
Yeah,
all these stuff just proved it. Um,
Pepsi, Pepsi vanilla. People been putting vanilla extract in their Pepsi for a long time. Pepsi lemon.
Ew.
Yeah, no, they do. The Pepsi
No,
vanilla.
I mean ew because I just don't like
hey,
it.
Midja, how you
Oh, you
doing?
just oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the ideas you see, somebody must randomly must just have done it normally, and then it became marketed.
Oh no, I can tell you this one story, and I think I might top this. My mom, she she just jokingly made this idea, like, you know what? One day I should have like a toilet seat that just got money in it, just like coins and dollar bills and just money on it. Fast forward to like a couple years, walk into a 99-cent store. I walk into a 99-cent store and they were selling toilet seats. They got coins, dollars, um, pennies, nickels, dimes laminated in this toilet seat. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that your what?
Yeah, it happens.
Now the question now he is so yeah. In retrospect, Cat Williams is right about this. But my thing is the response from the comedians that he
They
called out.
don't address nothing. They don't address it. They just trying to brush it off, and that is what I'm looking at. A lot of people, the people who side with the comedians, they try to assault Cat Williams. It's all kind. If you don't like Cat Williams, that is your business. You don't have to like him.
Hmm.
However, he making claims that people that he talking about should address, and they're not addressing. They trying to brush it off the side. Because when you brush, all right, it's like this. Like, okay, I could use you as an
Hmm.
example because we best friends. If I
Yeah.
called you a bitch, right?
Hmm.
All right, no, we best friends, so we do that to each other normally. But like, let's say I just called you a bitch online and saying that you're a bitch. Okay, that's just me hating you for some reason. I'm not explaining why I'm hating. I'm just calling you bitch. You don't have to respond to that. You can like, okay, he just hating me for some other reason. But if I say, oh, you slapped this woman, that is a major claim.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling you a woman beater. So you have to address
Hmm.
that because, especially online, when somebody make a claim like that online, they're calling your character out,
Yeah.
and
That
that's
Your
is
what,
true.
credibility.
yeah, and that is what Cat Williams doing. He's calling out their character. He's not assaulting them. He's calling out their character because what they are doing and what they're doing in the
Hmm.
business is wrong.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, he's not going around insulting them and calling all type of name and just hating. No, he's like, oh no, y'all did X, Y, and Z. Y'all took X, Y, and Z. Y'all doing this. Bruh, what?
Mhm. Uh,
So that was
bruh.
my thing. The response to him are not addressing what he's saying. They just trying to brush him off like he's just a irrelevant. He's not that. He's not even that irrelevant. But they're trying to brush him off irrelevant. Or oh, don't listen to him because he got beat by a kid. So
Mm.
you're not because actually that happened to me a lot. I have like talking spoke out on things, not online, but I spoke out on things, and people have silenced me by addressing things that had nothing to do with what I said, but use try to hurt my character.
I seen it. Yep.
See, I especially in high school, I spoke about a lot of things in high school, and people, were like,
I
oh,
think I.
hmm?
Oh yeah. I think that they did the same thing with me. Just
Yeah, they did,
the
they did.
the only thing. The only thing is like.
It didn't work as much against you because you had a bigger stance on people than I did. I held back a lot in high school, and that's only because I didn't want to go to jail. I didn't want to go. I no, I no. See, here's the thing with me. I don't want to start. I don't want to end things off by fighting. No, I want to end things off by ending their life. And I thought about that. If I do that, I will go to jail. So let me die like
Yeah.
myself.
Ladies and
And that
gentlemen, we don't condone. Ladies and gentlemen, on this podcast and live, we don't condone any type of violence,
Okay,
or
so
don't even.
all mention of violence is all allegedly that we might have done
you,
at some point
but
in life,
we have not done that in life. Because like I
or
said, I
we
held
might
back.
not,
I thought
or
about the
might have thought
consequences.
about
Yeah, I thought
allegedly.
about the consequences. Yeah, I thought about the consequences of what may happen if I crossed that line and didn't cross that line. But
Yeah,
I held back too much. I like a lot of times I should have fight back. I didn't fight back.
yeah,
And I'll be honest, a lot of times I should have fought back. I didn't fight back. So I allowed myself to get jumped. Well, I can't help being jumped. Like if a one-on-one fight started on one-on-one and somebody comes up from behind and punch me in the back of my head, I can't control that.
mm, true.
Because that's how a lot of
But
my fights in high school end up be getting jumped. I had one-on-one fights in elementary and junior high school. High school, it was always jumped. I did not
because
have no one-on-one, and I'm not including sparring between you and I, because you and I just sparred. So that's not that thing. That's the most one on one I ever had. Think about it, that's kind of punkish. If you take 5 people to jump one guy. That's kind of punkish.
yeah, true. But anyway, but yeah, But the fact of the matter is, they tried to
Yeah,
silence him, and you're right.
they try to silence him. And I'm sorry, I'm not. If you're not going to address what he said, because how come Ice Cube? He didn't talk about Ice Cube, but Ice Cube came out and basically confirmed that what Cat Williams said was true. He, he tried to say Cat Williams was telling the truth, but he basically confirmed it.
Yeah.
He confirmed that at first the role was given to Smiley, but when they had Cat Williams perform it, they were like, nah, Cat Williams, and they gave Smiley, Rick Smiley, the Santa Claus role.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So like, if Ice Cube confirmed that, who else confirmed Ice Cube? There was another guy who confirmed Ice Cube. Not Ice Cube. Wow, whatever. To confirm Cat Williams. What Cat Williams said. Oh, when Cat Williams was talking about Bernie Mac, the guy, I forgot the guy's name. He came up and said like Bernie Mac literally told him that Cat Williams denied the role for the Kings of Comedy too, because how Steve Harvey did Bernie Mac. And Bernie Mac told that to that guy.
Wait, what did Bernie Mac do to Steve Harvey? What Steve Harvey did to Bernie Mac?
So Steve Harvey was jealous of Bernie Mac because Bernie out of the four of the King Kong, Bernie Mac was the funniest one. But Steve Harvey thought Steve Harvey had claimed that because Bernie Mac was ugly, that he won't make it big. Plus, out of the four, by time when the Kings of Comedy came out, Bernie Mac was not on no TV show. He had no TV show. He actually got his TV show after the Kings of Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, actually, that's true.
The only way you heard of Bernie Mac if you had paid attention to him in the movies, like the Players Club, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the Players Club. I forgot the other movie he was in. But Bernie Mac had
no, he
was
was funny in that he actually did other stand-ups too. So if you actually listen, if you look around, he actually did other stand-ups, and half of them were actually televised. So he was in that realm.
But he had no TV show before the Kings of Comedy.
That's true. He didn't have any TV show.
So Cedric Entertainment and Steve Harvey was in the Steve Harvey show, and then you had D.L. Hughley in his show, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is before the Kings of Comedy. So there was. So he didn't. So I think he had Bernie Mac open the show. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was. I think that he did because it was basically like Cat was saying the show was about Steve Harvey. As though the King of Comedy was about Steve Harvey. This was his comedy, but Bernie Mac was funny than all of them. But he didn't think that Bernie Mac was going to make because he was ugly, and he was jealous of Bernie Mac and tried to block Bernie Mac from getting achievements. He actually tried to, but it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So they were supposed to do another Kings of Comedy tour. He didn't invite Bernie Mac, but tried to get Cat Williams, and Cat Williams denied it because he didn't like how they did Bernie Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And Bernie Mac literally told, I forgot the guy's name, because I gotta find that. He actually told that to the other guy. He said, yeah, before he passed, Bernie Mac told me how Cat Williams denied going on the Kings of Comedy tour too, because there was supposed to be a Kings of Comedy tour too. He said he denied it because he didn't like the fact of what they was doing to him.
And not only that,
mad respect for Bernie Mac.
And not only that, to correct something, Bernie Mac was was in another movie. He was in a movie before the original Kings of Comedy Life.
He had movies. I remember the Players Club. I remember the Players Club. He was in the Players Club.
He was in Life as well.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was in Life. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm talking about like out of the four, he had no TV show before the Kings of Comedy. He had a TV show after the Kings of Comedy. Mm-hmm. That I know off the top of my head. That was the one thing that was most talked about when they was going to do the Kings of Comedy with all four. Like Bernie Mac had no TV show, but he got his TV show after the Kings of Comedy.
Cedric the Entertainer, out of the four of them, was the weakest. D.L. Hughley, I could definitely say he's more middle ground. Steve Harvey is also kind of a hit or miss. The Church.
To me, I'm going down to my thing. I think it was Bernie Mac number 1, Cedric 2, D.L. Hughley 3, and Steve Harvey last. I didn't think Steve Harvey was that funny in the Kings of Comedy. Me personally, I don't think he was that funny.
Like I said, for me, he was a hit or miss. DL Hughley, I would put more as 2, and Cedric 4, and now I understand why I put him as 4,
Mm-hmm.
because the stroke steals is why I put him
Mm-hmm.
as 4. I guess that was in the back of my head, but I just didn't know why. And Steve Harvey as 3. But Bernie Mac
Bernie
from
Mac's the
start
one.
to finish,
Yeah.
from start to finish, you cannot copy his material like that. You could
No.
you could mostly imitate it, but you can't copy it. The closest person who could near imitate it, and he never really did, was Patrice O'Neill. If you
Mm.
know, listen, listen. If you've ever seen Patrice O'Neill's, rest in peace. If you ever see his sets, if you see his sets and you hear Bill Burr talk about him, if you know who Patrice O'Neill was in terms of comedy, if they had a second, if Bernie Mac was alive, Patrice O'Neill alive, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, they would be irrelevant,
Mm-hmm.
all right? Irrelevant. You would never hear them. You would never hear them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because how funny Patrice O'Neill is, how funny Bernie Mac was. As a matter of fact, you mightn't even hear Chris Rock. Kevin Hart, he might have jack shit right now. If those two were still around. I'll
Yo,
be
the fact that Cat William called Kevin Hart a plant, that he was a
you
plant, it's so
know, I ain't even mad that he
funny.
said that. I could understand why he said that, because he 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 cannot do stand up. He needs a lot of work with stand up. I think the last stand up he did, he was trying to be he tried to tone it down, because his beginning stand ups, he was a hell of a obnoxious son of a gun. It was funny but not funny. In today's standards, that shit would never fly.
Mm.
I'm dead serious. In today's standards, that shit would never.
Of
You,
course not.
I'll tell
A
you.
lot of things that happened back then will not fly nowadays.
No.
Listen, this is how you know a good comedian when you see and hear them. Is if material from now, if from material from 10 years ago, 20 years ago is still good or relevant now. That's how you know a good comedian. George Carlin was a good comedian.
Yeah.
Don Wrinkles, rest in peace, son of a bitch. That man was a savage, but he was a
Be right back.
great ass comedian.
Bye, stay here, young.
What up? What about Rodney Dangerfield?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. He was an asshole. He was an asshole. He was an asshole. And that's what made him a great comedian. Most people would try to cancel him now and would fail. Why? Because he's a great comedian. Richard Pryor, great comedian. Eddie Murphy is an actual hilarious comedian, and he never continued that part of himself, but he did continue with writing, and it leaves a kind of a hole in terms of the comedy world. But if it was that he was helping training other people, that's a different story too. Richard
Yeah.
Pryor, great comedian. Um, Red,
Red Fox.
you know who I'm talking about? Red
Fox.
Fox, another great comedian. And I guess one of the things that make them great comedians is that whatever materials they had, they pull out first before most others. And if they stole their jokes, you would never know, because back then, who's going back then? Who's going to say shit?
Who's
But
gonna fact check it?
but also but also it makes sense if they didn't, because in the times of when they were coming up as comedians, it would have a lot of people who would try to bring down like successful or prominent black people.
Mm-hmm.
So they would definitely find ways to dig things up on them.
Yeah.
Over the
Yeah.
years, we've had lots of comedians come and go. Carlos Mencia, he stole a lot of jokes, but you never knew because of not even I realized the ones he stole. but because this is why, because the comedy places he went to and whatnot weren't really something that would even be even on the underscale of mainstream. Like, you wouldn't get these types of things from mainstream or underscore mainstream or anything like that. So when in terms of, it's, imagine we've gone through 10 different topics and we're still on this particular topic. That's how prevalent joke stealing is. Big
Yeah.
comedians would actually go to smaller clubs to try to use some of these jokes to see how well it tests. And that's how they can end up stealing other jokes. And another reason, and this is actually a reason why comedians are actually really tend to always be drinking, is that comedians rag on each other. That's how you're able to test, because if you're able to rag on a comedian and they laugh or they laugh back at you, that's how you know your joke actually works. So this is why they would go to comedy clubs and test out the materials the way they did. That's how they would go. When Bill Burr was talking about those nights before O'Neill passed, that they would be out at comedy clubs, and they're the set of comedians back in the corner and whatnot. When they see Patrice came in, no matter how good a set you have, the moment he walked in there, you know your night is over. You know that no matter what you say, no matter what you do on stage, the moment he steps in that club, you are done for. And that was his best friend, Bill Burr. And he's like, and this is what we used to call him, the daddy of the comedy clubs. They're like, oh shit, it looks like daddy's home. And that's it.
Well, he's champion now.
No, that's what Bill Burr used to say about
You
Patrice.
understand what I meant? Did I say champion?
Champa.
Yeah, but
But
guess who took that?
Daddy's home.
But guess who took that? Guess who took that now? What's his name? Oh, that's a great example. No, that's a great example because you got to remember, Tommaso in wrestling, Tommaso Ciampa started using the whole "Daddy's home" when Randy Orton came back. He said, "Daddy's back."
Yeah.
I actually heard that one, but that was years back. But yeah, so in terms of Cat Williams saying Kevin Hart is a plant, I could see that. I could understand that because
he gave, and I gotta go back because I don't remember how he gave, but he gave examples and he gave specific time and things that happened why he said he was a plant, and one thing that I think Cat Williams didn't fact check properly. Now, because there were things he didn't do that he didn't fact check properly, especially what one thing he said about Cedric Entertainment about he don't have nothing on Netflix and what's the other thing? Tubi.
No, it was
Tubi. Yeah, Tubi and Netflix. But there is something about Cedric Entertainment on Netflix because there's a YouTuber named MTR. Okay, that's a tongue twister name. MTR. He fact checked and it's like nah, Catway. He does have one show on Netflix.
Yeah, one.
But he was saying that Kevin Hart really don't have any like live perform stand-up comedy on the west side. He's from the east side. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So how can you be on the west and east side at the same time?
Yeah.
That's why he was calling him a plant. Like he was made to be there. I forgot for the specific reason. And then if you really think about it, about Kevin Hart, and I do like Kevin Hart as an actor. I do like him. Not all his movie was good. Not all his role was good. Not all his role was good. But there's one thing my sister said that I had to agree with. He's you see him too much to the point that it becomes stale. So like he had too many roles that make him stale.
Yeah.
And on top of that, most of his roles are basically him almost acting the same way.
Yeah.
For over 10 years. if this is kind of why I don't like The Rock with half of his roles, because he has to always either win or be the good guy, some shit like that. Like, dude,
He's always gonna be the bad man.
Wait. See, now here's the thing.
Yeah.
I do like The Rock roles minus Doom. And
Okay.
he admit that.
Correction.
The Rock and Doom, when he was
Dwayne-
actually a villain,
Correction.
it was terrible.
Dwayne Johnson. The Rock is a character.
I know, but he got his name back, so you can say The Rock now. He bought his name.
I know he bought his name, but don't mind me. It is cold in here.
No, so see, here's the thing. Like, okay, here's the thing with WWE. Yeah, when you leave the company, you can't use that name. And for a while, Dwayne Johnson is his real name. He couldn't use The Rock, but he brought his name out. It's like, who else did that? Oh yeah, Nobu Uematsu. When he left Square Enix,
yeah, but
he
you gotta
brought.
remember, there's a reason why I say that.
I know, because The Rock is the character, and Dwayne Johnson is really. I know that. But I'm still gonna call him The Rock.
At this point, The Rock
So we'll call him The Rock.
of a pen name.
Exactly. Well, yeah. All right.
So I'm still that's right. I'm still gonna call him The Rock because he got his name back. So he brought his
I
name.
know he got his name back.
I forgot he was in the Doom movie.
Yeah.
But what do you know?
He was in Doom, and that shit was terrible. Actually,
Oh, you know
It was
why?
both.
Actually, you know why? Because there's kind of two Doom movies. One with him, and then there was an updated one
I didn't.
where
There was
he
another
was
one.
not in it. So my brain is thinking of the updated one, but not the one with him. With him
I
as a
did
guy.
not know they made another one because here's the one thing. Now I didn't play all of Doom, but I do know of Doom. It didn't have a storyline.
It-
They do now.
Never
It
did.
doesn't.
They do
It
now.
never did. Like,
Yeah. So you could have made a million storyline, and you choose to do that, and then you put The Rock in it, and then you're like, no, it doesn't work that way.
No, they did it. I'm guessing they did it most likely for notoriety, so they can actually. I think Carl Urban was in it too.
Mhm.
Now I think about
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl Urban was in that movie, and
Carl-
he was the protagonist.
A lot
And
of producers do that because, like, if you look at a lot of the Disney stuff now, okay, Disney brought Marvel because they know that people like us like Marvel. They
Listen,
know we grew up. on
listen,
Marvel.
listen. We ain't getting into that tonight. All right, we
No,
not getting into that tonight.
no. Wait. I'm not going to be in this one. But they not.
See these guys?
They
Crazy.
yeah.
Oh.
They're not making content for us to love. They know we love it, but they're not making it because they're not seeing why we love it. And that was my issue. Like, okay, you're pushing that content like, oh yeah, you're gonna watch it because you love it. Not really. I mean,
Show
you
the
has
kid
to
on
hit
his
a miss.
face.
Yeah, it has to be hit a miss, but no, not really.
Wait.
Just because you put it out doesn't mean people like it.
Oh,
Let me. I just gotta say this.
Mhm.
Of all the movies Marvel has made, the only successful movie anthology I've seen Marvel make is of Spider-Man Across the Universe. And I'm only going to say it like, and I'm not going to go into full detail. I'm just going to give a very brief rundown. Is that the best way to make a movie anthology is to be able to have the movie be able to be standalone and connected to its follow-ups without having the need to look back at the other movies to figure out, or any TV shows to figure out what the hell is going on. And I'm going to leave it right there because I know I'm going to get into detail about
Yeah,
this. And it's gonna,
we get to details about that or the podcast because we
Yeah.
segue from our original topic, but
yeah.
we've been going back to the original topic.
we go back, we go back to segue. It's up and down.
We keep going back.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then
Sorry,
because
John.
see, on the computer
Nah.
screen, I'm playing Hong Kong and Fat Third. I'll be
No,
making
it's
videos on
alright.
this thing.
Actually, that's a good idea. We're like next week. If I think next week we might get into Marvel if that's okay with you guys.
If I'm available, because I need to be a part of it. And I'm going to also add on to this. I'm going to also add on to this.
Oh
For
shoot!
every time I hear
History in the
someone
making.
say,
How you doing? What's up, Cuzzo?
every time I hear someone say with any crossover with TV and movie, every time I hear someone say Marvel did it first, I will always say and make sure you understand and hear me say this. DC did it better in a shorter amount of time.
Not in the movies. Not in the movies. Nah,
No,
I
no,
have to stop you
no,
there.
no,
Not the movies.
no. I never said crossover between movies. I said crossover between TV and movie.
No. The DCEU is terrible.
No,
If you
no, no,
talk
no, no,
about
no,
the
no.
wait,
No, no,
wait
no,
a
no, no,
second.
no,
If
wait,
you
wait,
talk
no, no,
about
no.
if you talk about the cartoon,
I'm not saying,
All
I am not saying,
listen. If you're
no, no.
talking about the DC shows or the animated movies, yes, they did it better. If you talk about the live action, hell no.
I know. I'm saying crossover between TV, like TV and movie, and they did it in
Even
the one
then,
scene.
I'll have to give that to Marvel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll
You
come back
include
to
in the
this.
movies, all
No.
right?
I'm only saying the crossover between movie and TV, and I hate to say, it because they did
Oh,
Miller,
you
but
talk about okay. Oh, like you talk
Crisis
about
on Infinite,
okay.
Crisis on
So
Infinite
I'm okay.
Earths.
I'm going to reiterate this. I'm going to reiterate this point again. With the crossover team movie, yes, the crossover story wise between the TV shows that's going to the movies, I may give you that, but still no
No,
deep.
no, no. We'll compare to that, and I will explain. I will explain as best as I can about that.
You made me
Marvel,
right.
pause to stop that. Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. All right.
Marvel.
Pause.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
As a matter of fact, okay,
So
John, Jacob, if y'all could get classic D Man on this, I want him in this discussion. All right, I want him in this discussion because this one is going to be the one where I have to. You, I need. I don't know if I'll be. I don't know if I'll get back up with it or against it, but I want him in this discussion, and I want him to. I want him to have that discussion with us, and it would be great for his
Okay.
content.
All right.
And
All
yours.
right. Then I will make a deal. Then I will make a deal. Next week, we will do a whole Marvel versus DC thing
No,
because
We're not gonna have a Marvel versus DC thing. We're just gonna have that. The crossover is going to be one thing we have to deal with. But if we do a whole crossover between Marvel and DC,
okay, we're going to.
we'll talk about
I
we'll talk after. We'll talk after. We'll talk
we'll
after.
we'll make this happen.
We'll talk
Oh
after.
God,
But
we
we
will
gotta.
make nah.
I'm wondering if I could tag him in this.
We will make this happen. And I'm be honest, it is getting late. We've been living since 9 p.m. since 9:15,
Listen,
yeah.
and
I've been. Go ahead.
and like that. Now it's getting interesting. So next week, I'm gonna make sure this will be the topic.
No,
Marvel and DC.
and we'll
We,
come back to Cat Williams interview.
no, like no,
I think
we established.
we
I
established
think we established.
said about that because I think we could like there's so much we could talk about that Cat Williams, but then again, like
There's
we don't
still
at the same
there's
time we don't know the actual truth because we're not part of them that click. So we
we're
only
still
give our opinion.
yeah, there's still variants. There's still variants and elements that we still have to discover concerning that interview. But next week we're doing Marvel versus DC. I will make sure that I'll make it happen. My God.
And I think on my so
But
I had posted up on
before
YouTube.
God, before Joga, do you have anything to say about this whole ordeal?
About which subject?
About Marvel versus DC, about Marvel and
Okay,
DC.
so you want 2 cents now?
Because I think now this is warranted that next week we have to do something with this. And
Well, I'll try it beyond.
yeah, I think this is warranted now.
I mean,
So,
I'll just say this much: DC's better on TV, Marvel's better on the theater.
Yeah, we know that. But we got to talk about this after. We got to
like
we got
the
to talk about.
ODC, the ODC. Yeah, like we're gonna have to talk about this next week because one, it is getting late, and
What time is it? I blocked
it
my thing.
it
Oh my
it
goodness!
is,
It's midnight.
yo, it is. It's almost midnight, so
Almost midnight for you. I'm already in Monday. I'm already on. I'm in the future. I'm in Monday. Y'all
yeah,
still in We're still in Sunday. So
that's because we're not in daylight savings. You
No,
got
different
no,
time
you
zone.
are.
no,
No, you are
no,
in daylight savings.
You
no,
are in
I'm not.
daylight saving, but he's in a different time zone at the same time.
no. He's on different times, but
I
we're
am in
not
a
at
different
daylight.
time zone.
Yeah,
Hey
he
guys,
Yeah,
is.
he's in a different time zone, but the same. Yeah, that's same. But at the same time, being daylight saving.
Yeah, and I just said we're not in daylight savings, but
Yep.
but anyway, so guys, so guys, drop your socials so they can follow you, bro. So
I'm not. I don't. I'm not. I'm not like that thing online. I could talk to y'all. Like I'm here, but people
I know.
like y'all. People don't like me. People don't know me.
Yeah,
I
well now,
smile.
Also,
well
If I'm
now they
also,
know
smiling,
you.
I
like now I'm scaring people. So
Mm, all right,
so I'm gonna say this. So I
all right,
dropped
Jake.
my.
All
So
right,
I
Jacob,
dropped my.
you go.
So I dropped my first YouTube video at Faraga JJC. As y'all, well, we shouldn't see by my type name. I use that as my online name,
Mm-hmm.
and I will be making. I will try to make more content weekly. So I made the video Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and I uploaded today. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to make a video tomorrow,
Yeah.
and work on see about how much I can edit. I need better editing programs. What editing program I had, they put the watermark there. I'm like, yeah, I don't want the watermark there. Luckily, I
Yeah.
didn't
True.
need. Luckily, I didn't need to do video like picture project because I hope I don't. I hope I get better video editing programs by the time I do it, especially when I do my Honkai videos because I will be talking about the Hoyoverse. Yeah, when I do the Honkai and Genshin videos. Especially when I get to like why I stopped paying attention to Genshin as much as I used to when I first came out. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I practically almost dropped Genshin Impact. But yeah,
Yeah. So Joga, drop your Insta, drop your information.
okay.
Let's.
I'm a anime comic illustrator. So that's what I'm aiming for. I got a the rough draft of the script is done, so it's just a matter of getting that proofread and drawing paths called Galactic Guardian Force Go, which will be part of the first member of the build and practice fight choreography John Blade.
Oh, thanks. So I'm gonna close this off, guys. Thank you for being here, despite the fact that it was like so chaotic
it
and
was.
everything.
Oh
But
Yeah,
it's normal for
my
us.
bad.
well, it's normal for us nerds. We're always chaotic, but
we kind of.
I
I will take some blame for some of the chaos when I mentioned Marvel and DC, but that's a different story. If we're
yeah,
talking about if we're talking about movies and especially sci-fi movies and whatnot, like okay, we, Rebel Moon from Zack Snyder. I have a near dissertation level of explanation about that, but I think we should wait till the second movie comes out before I try
yeah,
to come in and talk about that. Yeah, I haven't watched Avatar: Way of the Water, but I have it, so I'm gonna watch it eventually. In terms of
You mean Dances with Wolves in space? is Dances with Wolves, but in space.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I have to go for the stronger stuff now.
And
Oh,
and this is where I have to close out.
Cheers.
Guys, I thank you for being on. I thank you for being on, and for those who is following, those who is still here on the live stream, I thank you for being here. And as always, I'll see you next week.
Cheers.
And cheers. And always be that guy.
I killed him. I killed him. He's dead. He's dead. He's dying. I can't tell by you because you got your screen. But these two are dead.
Oh my God.
I'm on this later.